Everybody, and welcome back to the Strategic Feminine here on YouTube live. And of course, we always focus on all things feminine, all things girly, all things womanly in essence. Let me check the audio really quick before we get started. Um, Give me a quick moment here. Okay, audio is crisp, clear, and perfect. Let's go ahead and talk about what I want to talk about, which is the real reason why Ashley Dalton has y'all pressed, okay? Ashley Dalton, if y'all don't know, started off as a makeup artist. She now gives what most would consider the level up niche. She gives a lot of level up advice, level up content, specifically to Black women. And very recently, we have the quote unquote sisters, the sisterhood, the girls sitting here mad at Ashley Dalton. They are prying into her personal and private life. They are trying to figure out any reason to invalidate the advice that she's giving to a lot of women on a large scale. Because of course, yeah, she's doing these videos, and it's just like, okay, well, I'm talking to individual audience members, but this is getting out to people all around. Like it's catching up like wildfire. She's going viral. She stays viral. Let's start there. She stays viral. Okay. Honestly, I think she's doing this niche a little bit better than the sprinkle lady. Okay. The sprinkle lady ran so Ashley. Okay, no, I think I did that messed up. Y'all know me and Sans. The sprinkle lady crawled so Ashley can walk and run all at the same time. Okay. So to me, for people who cry, yes, I do mean cry, about not seeing enough pretty dark skinned, brown skinned women in the space, in the media space, taking over the beauty industry. When y'all do get them, y'all trash them, y'all pick apart their life, y'all sit there and go through each and every one of their private or public ordeals in order to find a reason why you don't have to listen to them either. The thing is, right, and I'm not going to say that I'm not going to make this specific to any type of woman. I will say this. Lazy women will always make excuses. Lazy women will always make excuses. And the thing is, it's one thing to make excuses about other people, what everybody else got going on, blah, blah, blah. But you making excuses about your health, your look maxing, your journey as far as level up, I mean, that's on to you. But I've seen a lot of women, specifically the sisters, coming out here talking about Ashley Dalton. And these would be the same women, 10 years' time, if there was no Ashley Dalton crying about how Black women need to fix their image online, right? So I'm going to tell y'all what I really think it is. Nobody really wants to do the work, okay? They just want to watch inspiration about doing it. No one really wants to get out there in the field and really put in them hours and that labor to be the best woman that they can be. I think in America we tend to be a little lazy about our desirability. I'm gonna be for across the board. Most American women tend to be just a little more lax on the desirability. Now, when you get into like, okay, let's say the New Yorks, the Miamis, the Hollywoods, LA, what's another hotspot area that I feel like up, Houston, Texas is. When you get into these types of places, the desirability is hot and popping because there is an influx of celebrities around, influx of money opportunity. So when you go into these spaces, hey, you want to be on the up and up, right? Where am I going with this? I'm going with this is I think that most women don't really want to put in the work that other women do in order to be seen as other women, but they want these other women's results, right? So you want to be nice body, glowy skin, posted up on Instagram, looking bad, being cute, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to a woman actually laying down the steps, hey, this is what you're going to start on. You're going to do this next. Hey, I need you to get this. I need you to work on this. Make sure we get some blush. We're going to get some blush. Once we start having these conversations as women, let's leave the Black woman out of it. We're just women at this point. We just women, right? Now that y'all or have the opportunity to actually, get some of this game or advice. Oh, she not even married. Okay, where her husband? Oh, okay. So was it about desirability or was it just about getting a man? Because you know how the code of you can't keep a man is, right? As long as the man is okay with whatever behavior that they're about to go ahead and co-sign, that's all they need is they man to say that this is what they're gonna do. Y'all know how them girls is. Okay? So if your man not co-signing your weight loss journey, you not gonna do it. Why is this like this? A lot of women are with partners who are in competition with them. I'm not going to tell you nothing that I do not know. Lots of women, especially now that women are in the workforce. Y'all already know what our statistics are. We out earning these dudes for real, right? A lot of men are in competition with women, and you will have men who get really pretty women. There are men who can match our fly, right? Okay, so they're not mad. And then you got dudes that really are going to try to tear down any little bit of work that you're going to do unless he can directly benefit, right? So I'm going to play a few videos. And this is going to point across the pathology that I see in a lot of these conversations revolving around Ashley Dalton. And I'm going to, in more words, prove why y'all are really mad and why y'all really can't stand Ashley Dalton. Y'all love everybody else's platform, the sprinkle lady. Okay, y'all loved Miss Pearly Things until, you know, that came out, right? So I find it very interesting. Even though Miss Pearly Things was barely about desirability, she was more about like, girl, what was Miss Pearly Things about? I don't know. We don't even know. Like, we don't even know. So, you know, if you guys are new here, always like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that like button and let's watch these videos. The first one, this is the first one. Before I put on anybody else's commentary, I'm just going to show y'all what some of the people have to say about her platform. This is a constant that she gets. Women say my platform has no substance and I'm shallow, and couples says makeup plays your face out. So I already started watching a little bit of it. Look at all these views, y'all. 264,000 views on one video. 36,000 views on one video. This one has 49,000 views. She has 75,000 subscribers. So what does that mean? That means she's doing very well in this YouTube space. Okay? These are views that I don't even want to say are unprecedented, but dang near impossible. I haven't seen views like this since like the natural hair movement and like hair tutorials and stuff like that. Okay, so the fact that this many women are really interested in like improving themselves, desirability, getting cute, look maxing, all of that, that is great. That is great. So the fact that you have women trying to discourage this progress, it shows you that they're a part of the Bitty Betty Brigade. Okay, the bitter Bitty Betty Brigade. They're part of that. They do not like women leveling up.
There, but every day, no.
Your
But
face will get played out from wearing makeup every day. Your face will get played out.
yeah, I feel like, and your face breaks out. Some people can't handle the whole makeup every day. Come on.
Okay.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. Welcome. So, what are your thoughts on the makeup topic? Should a woman wear makeup at all? Is it okay for a woman to wear makeup every day? Give us your honest opinion.
All honesty, it's okay going out and going out on dates, etc. Interviews. It's not a necessary thing, especially if you're just naturally born beauty, especially with, women being queens that they are. You know, is it a necessary every day? No. But I don't feel like it's something that a woman should apply every single day consistently. No. It starts with, it's like, well, to wear makeup every day, it's like you gotta, at some point, whether being intimate, whether, whatever it is, you self is gonna kick in at some point. You're gonna ask, what do I need makeup for, especially, with the person that you with. If he
Let me just start off by saying this is the typical, let me pull up right here. This is the typical relationship I see on the street. Okay? The typical relationship. So when people be talking like, oh, you need to get to overweight women don't deserve no man. You can't get no one man and be overweight. These are the typical relationships I see on a day-to-day basis. Walking down the street, talking to folks, having families. These are the folks that be booed up. Why is this important? Because he doesn't think that she should put on makeup every day, because he also is not where he needs to be desirability wise. I already tell y'all about the men. See, I play both sides of the same coin, right? If black women specifically, desirability matters, so does black men. And he is one of the men that I be talking about on my video, right? So for this woman to put on makeup every day, apply herself every day. Clearly, she's watching the channel, so something about it is piquing her interest, right? And you have this nagging ass nigga in her ear. Oh, you don't need to put on makeup every day. That's played out. Everybody look like that. I want me a natural woman. Men like this, avoid them. Because not only are they in competition with your level up journey, they are usually only comfortable with you when y'all are at the same level, desirability wise, financially, emotionally, okay? And the millisecond that you supersede a nigga that looks like this, okay? This fucking nigga. The moment you supersede a man that looks like this, you will really learn the true hater that he is, okay? You will really learn how much he truly cares about your well-being as a woman. Why? Because real men who are on their purpose, in shape, doing them, they want a woman to be at the tippy top of their shape, if not even above them, okay? So they're going to encourage or do anything within their power to encourage a lifestyle of their wife or their woman being pretty, being cute. They're not going to be in her ear, nah, you don't need makeup. That shit make you look like everybody else. Hating ass nigga. Clock the T. Okay? And as long as women are in relationships with hating ass niggas like these, they will never be able to level up past what this nigga's doing. So he overweight, he wants you to be overweight too. You not overweight, he gonna try to sabotage your fitness journey. I've heard women talk about stuff like that, where they gotta work out in private because as soon as their man finds out, their man's gonna try to sabotage them or make them gain more weight. Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious? No, I know y'all are serious, but I'm saying, are y'all serious for real though? This is the cult of you can't keep a man. This is usually it's a back and forth linear thing. Y'all think it's women. Oh, it's just women that's holding other women back. No, it be the dudes. Because let this woman walk out the house, go to the gym, put on makeup and the weave and da. He gonna be kirking the fuck out. Because then he understands, oh, a better man might see you and elevate you, and I might not have access to you no more. I can't let that happen. Crash out. So this couple is coming on a platform very clearly for beautiful women trying to get more beautiful and trying to discourage any work or any progress being done. And it's not really even talking about the platform, because that's not even really that important to me, because the platform will still stand. It's the fact that this is a back and forth conversation between a man and a woman. And this is how a lot of people are in their relationships behind closed doors. So God bless these people for actually coming up and showing their truth. Because there's a lot of men like this who behind closed doors are secretly talking their woman out of being their utmost feminine, utmost hyper, utmost trophy-esque girly. Okay? And this is why I usually call these women male identified, the old wives, the quote of you can't keep a man. Because as long as this man don't agree with your level up journey, he will always be an obstacle. Okay? And y'all not gonna like this because it seems like, oh, she's trashing on the men. No, I'm telling y'all how it is with true human, like how humans are. You just how an ugly woman's not gonna want you to be cuter than her, an ugly man is not gonna want you to be cuter than him. But an ugly woman really isn't that dangerous to me or to you, because we don't sleep with ugly women. Ugly ass niggas? No, these niggas are a threat. Nah, these niggas are a threat. Okay? Because they will sit there and have their wife looking all done out, smoked out, just don't toe up, right? I like you like that, baby. This is what we need, you like that. And they'll keep you in this brain fog of, oh, my man likes me like this. This is what keeps me desirable. Meanwhile, secretly, in the meantime and in between time, he's hoping and praying to get his bread up. So one day soon, he could potentially get a woman of this caliber. Get his bread up, get his desirability up, get his everything up. That's gonna be his goal. So yeah, let me let her finish what she was saying. But I mean, I can pretty much see how situations like this. I'm only saying because I've been in situations like this when men are sabotaging your desirability, and I think that the men are helping. Like it's men who are in these women's ear, making them like try to go against Ashley. Like, oh no, y'all don't need to do that. This girl don't even got no man. That's the only thing a man says. She don't even got no man. But look at this man talking her out of wanting to wear makeup every day. It's clear that this lady wanted to wear makeup. And he like, nah, you don't even need to do that. Because he's scared that her putting in that little bit of effort might attract a better man. All right, let's continue.
Ask, what do I need makeup for? Especially, with the person that you with. If he wants you to be in bed with makeup, outside with makeup, walking around the home, then it's something that either he lacks, or if it's not him, it's that one individual. You know what I mean? So is makeup worth it? Is makeup? Is a woman supposed to wear makeup every day? No, it's my answer. You know.
And
But
let me ask you, when you met your fiance, when you met your queen, was she wear makeup? Were you wearing makeup, hon? Were you done up, or was it more you met casual? Y'all were outside at the store.
I was pretty natural. I had lashes on, but and maybe a lip gloss. But I mean, I always had my nails done, stuff like that. I always put myself together. But no, I wasn't wearing any heavy. I want to say like heavy makeup, no foundation or anything, because I have beautiful skin. So I just wanted him to see me naturally, and then when I get dolled up, that's something. You know what I mean? But when I met him, no.
Thank you both for coming out. Is makeup necessary? Is it a requirement? Hello, Toy.
How are you?
I'm good.
Before she gets started, necessary implies that this is something somewhat of a necessity, like water, food, air. No, makeup really isn't necessary. You can pool without makeup. However, majority of men who are on their purpose are going to want a good-looking woman right next to them. Okay? I'm not talking about like the shacked up couples, because that's y'all don't go nowhere, y'all be in the house anyway, like shacked up. But like men who usually be out and about, and I'm just assuming, I ain't never been to no gala, but I'm assuming, right? Men that got important places to be, whether it's a fundraiser, whether it's a gala, whether it's an event that he needs to make an appearance. It's always a stereotype that men are going to want pretty done up women in those spaces, right? So if he wants pretty done up women, he wants you to look the best of the best when he's out and about, flexing for the dudes. Why doesn't he want you looking like that at home or out and about when it's for you? When it's going to help you out. So when your desirability helps him, yes, he wants you to have your hair done, your makeup done, your nails done, the toes laid, good hygiene. He needs all of that, because when he is ready for you, you to show out for him, you got to look cute. But to go on a platform and say, oh, it's really not necessary. It's not a necessity. Knowing that it improves all of these little bit of systems, a little dishonest for me. It don't seem.
Good, good. I wasn't expecting to be picked like so.
So why use Grammarly over chat?
Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem very honest to me. Like, to me, I just...
GBT. Well,
Okay. To me, it doesn't feel really honest to me. I try to avoid niggas like that like the plague, okay? Okay? Now, everybody is not going to be, like, super hyper feminine, right? So, if he didn't meet this lady coming into the game like that, there's still really no reason why he doesn't want his girl to, like, get up there. Like, really, like, get up there. And it don't even require just makeup. It does not require just makeup. It requires a whole lot of changing. But relationships like that, couples like that, they keep themselves in a perpetual state of stagnation because they're convincing each other that it's okay to stay exactly where they're at because I have you where I'm at. You know, if I met you like this, or if you go up a little bit and I'm not able to meet you, we may, lose paths. You know what I'm saying? So watch out for dudes like that. That was definitely a red flag when it said couple said. This is a woman's thing. Why does the man even care about, the makeup or whatever? Now, I'm not saying like the baddie makeup is necessary. Like, we don't need like a full face and the coverage and stuff like the foundation. I really don't even wear that. But, a little lippy gloss, lipstick, some eyelash, mascara, just have a little makeup box in the corner somewhere, just because you're a woman, just because you're a girl. Like, that's just because that's how you do. That's a little strange that he's not really all for that. But I've seen and I know men who they're all for that. They want their woman to look good as possible, as much as possible, in the house, at the store, not at the store, just because he knows it's going to make her the most happy. So, I avoid men like that who keep you in a perpetual stagnation process. No, you don't need that, babe. You don't need to level up. You don't need to be desirable. He's not saying it because he loves you. He's saying it because you may find better than him if you apply yourself. And he don't want that to happen. Not yet.
Yes, I saw your name. I was like, okay, let's bring her on.
Well, when you went viral, it was like the first time I'd ever like seen you on TikTok. So I don't really know your entire platform or the entire context of what you were saying, but I know that like I'm not really a makeup girly. I don't wear makeup every day, and I've gone on dates without makeup as well. I've done like some modeling in the past, and I've done like fitness competitions where I've had to get dolled up and wear makeup. So I've worn it in the past, but my day to day, I don't really wear makeup. I believe in natural beauty. I value natural beauty. And when I saw your video, I thought to myself, oh, that's so shallow. That's honestly what I thought to myself. But I don't even know. I probably don't even fit into whatever sphere that you're in. Like I wear locks. I got my side shaved. I probably don't even fit in. So
Toya, I can't even say you're 100% natural because your hair is blonde and the root looks black. So I think you dyed your hair from, I don't know. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong if you dyed your hair.
yeah, it's dyed, but
Clock the tea, Ashley. Clock the tea, Ashley. Because the last lady had gray hair too and long nails. Hey, Dove Haven, how are you? Hi, welcome in. We are going to be talking about the real reason why y'all can't stand Ashley Dalton, why she has y'all very, very super duper pressed. We're going to talk about it. But yeah, clock the tea, Ashley. I'm glad. I'm so glad that she's smart like that. Because that wasn't even anything that I was thinking. I was just, going to let her speak.
in the context of makeup and, not wearing a whole bunch of like lashes and layers of makeup, that's what I'm referring to.
Yes, but okay. I thought you were saying completely natural. So I just wanted to mention that. Although the color does look good on you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm not saying that makeup is wrong or anything. Like makeup looks good on women, but I was just like, oh, like saying that women should wear makeup. I was just thinking, okay, I just thought to myself that's shallow. I'm not saying that you're shallow or anything like that. That's just what my thoughts were when I saw that video.
Well, I would just assume if it was coming from me and, if I was the messenger, then I would assume you're calling me shallow. And that's okay. That's fine. But if we're talking about beauty and all of its scents and additives and makeup and hair, your hair is dyed a different color. That's not doesn't naturally come out of you.
All right, let me just come on here and say why women like this tend to not want to invest in these types of things, right? I won't even just say laziness because laziness has a very little bit to do. It's the skill, right? If I didn't know how to do makeup, it would behoove me to not wear makeup because it wouldn't look optimal on me. You know what I'm saying? When I first didn't really know how to do makeup or whatever, and I really still don't. I can't do a beat face, nothing like that. But I'm practicing, But when I was first starting out with makeup, that was the thing that ran me away from it because I was trying it with the eyeshadow and the da-da-da-da, and it just wasn't looking good. I'm like, this looks worse than me just having my face. Was it the makeup's fault or was it my skill to these things? Did I have the skill to be able to upkeep this, or is it, nah, it's just the makeup? Because again, here's the thing. Everybody got their own aesthetic. My makeup ain't a beat face. My makeup is highlighter, a little bit of lip tint, some lip liner and a gloss. And maybe some eyeshadow, corners in the crease. Because that is my aesthetic, right? That looks optimal on me. Then now the next girl's routine might be the birthday makeup. And I could try to do what she do, and it's not gonna look good on me. But it's all about playing with yourself and pause. All about playing into your beauty. Playing into your beauty. Like, it's about playing into your own individual aesthetic, your own individual, standard for yourself. And this woman would know that if she didn't just run away. Nah, I just don't know how to do it. It don't look good on me. You know what I'm saying? Women like that. I'm just saying, just keeping it in your mind, right? I'm not saying she got to do a beat. First of all, the girl is pretty. Look at the mug. The girl is pretty. Little bit of lashes, little thin and wispy, would help that. Like, literally get her up to 10. And if you was walking around like that every day, it doesn't matter if you want to go with a more like rebel, edgy look. That's cool, but know how to play into it for you. But the thing is, that's not what these women try to do. These women try to stop and then tell other women, no, you don't need to do that because I don't know how to do that. That's not really necessary. You're really shallow for even thinking that way because I don't know how to benefit from makeup privilege. Enhancement privilege. I don't know how to get my desirability up. Sounds like a personal problem.
Since we are speaking about being superficial and things like that. So I thought I'd add that in.
Okay. All right, hon. Well, I thought that I would give like just a different perspective because I feel like in this society in 2024, natural beauty isn't valued anymore. It really isn't. Like, and I'm really a firm believer in natural beauty and that you don't have to have all those things in order to be beautiful. So that's just my belief system. I'm not saying that anybody else's belief system is wrong. I'm not saying that other people wearing makeup is wrong. That's just my personal belief system.
But I would have to beg to differ, Toya, only because there was over 200 stitches and thousands of comments, over 1 million views of natural women, saying they don't wear makeup. So we can't say everyone now wears pounds of makeup and they want to wear weaves and sew-ins, because this video proves there is a demographic of women, hundreds of women who don't wear makeup, who don't wear sew-ins, who don't do wigs. So I would have to disagree with that point.
Well, I think like when you say like the people who don't wear makeup are like homely, I think it just goes to this overall how do I put it? This overall agenda of that you have to be like a certain type of woman. You have to present yourself a certain way in order to get a husband, in order to get married. And it's all based on superficial things. It's all based on shallow things. It's not based on a real connection. It's not based on love. It's not based on really getting to know a person on a deep level. And I think that's what's popular right now, especially on social media when it comes to these relationship experts. So I think that we're moving away from what's real. What's of substance more and more. And I'm glad like there were people that were stitching that were saying, hey, natural beauty is still, relevant and still, acceptable and blah, 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 blah. But I think we're moving away from that. What's becoming more popular because of maybe people like you and your platform is that we're moving more toward something that's a lot more shallow and lacks substance.
Well, I don't think I lack substance at all because I'm transforming women's lives all around the world. I mean, of different races, and they're leveling up, not just physically, but internally. And just to add also, the viral video about the makeup, I never once mentioned a man, but since we are on that topic, I want to say if you want to date a certain type of man, then it requires a certain type of look. But I think it's a demographic of men and women who prefer natural beauty.
Yeah, I can respect that. And to be honest, I don't really know much about your platform and what you stand for. So I'm kind of speaking from an uninformed position. But you are a very, very beautiful woman, and I appreciate you letting me come up and speak my perspective. I do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Toya. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're almost at 2,000 people. Wow, y'all like the drama. Y'all like the mess. You see how we didn't have the same point of view, but we were still very respectful, very mindful. That's how it's done.
Okay, very demure of them. Very demure of both of them. Lastly, thoughts about what she said. I mean, what substance? Like, what substance are we? Oh, I have comments. Sorry, y'all. Hi, pretty caramel. How are you doing? Orby says, hey, how are you? She goes on to say she was trying to throw shade at Ashley, and Ashley clocked her tea. Yes, she really did. Because that's the thing. It has to do with women. I know women that dye their hair, or they're like nonconformists, or just like really rebellion type styles. It's cute, like for its own thing. I think it's more of a feminine gaze thing, but I think it's cute for its own thing. It's its own little aesthetic. But to say that, what did she try to say? She was just basically saying that natural beauty isn't upholded or like The thing is, most women that wear it's false, because most women who are natural, or most women who are deemed as beautiful, are wearing makeup. If we're going to any space outside the home or the supermarket, we would like to see a little something extra. Just give me a little something, whether it's a lip, whether it's some glitter, whether it's some body oils, some mist, anything. It doesn't require full cover foundation, banana powder, setting spray, and a 45-minute bake. You know what I'm saying? That's some women's prerogative, but it doesn't require that. As someone who I would consider myself a lot more natural, a lot more toned down, but still cute, hot, and doing the damn thing, right? It's understanding and being in tune with your own feminine body. And I don't think that a lot of these women have invested into that. They haven't at all. They have not at all, right? So it scares them because it's a big unknown there. Well, don't nobody appreciate natural beauty? It's still natural beauty, even if it got a little mascara and a touch of lip gloss. It's still natural. It's still beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's just elevated. And that's okay. Now, if you're expecting for you to be able to get mainstream likes, attention, following, blah, 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 you're going to have to play the game that Ashley's doing. Because she didn't get 250,000 views on videos, 1 million on TikTok by dressing like this lady to the left of me or to the right of me. Okay? She kept it cute. She keeps it up. And I don't think she's telling anybody anything that hasn't been said or that other women wouldn't tell you behind closed doors. That's the thing. Women would tell you this behind closed doors, but when we're in public, it's not politically correct. It gets people's panties in a bunch. And that's why you have a lot of this advice and a lot of these people going underground. The reason why they're going underground with a lot of these the beautifying advice, the how to get a good man advice, all of that stuff, right? It's because it's clear that women don't want to do that. They just want to trash on other women who want to do that. Okay? Once it actually requires steps, that's when people tune out. And again, is getting the man necessary to be looking your best? Does the man have to be guaranteed for you to go out and look like your best? If so, I would consider that you would be a male-centered woman. And due to that, I really don't associate with them type of girls, no way. So, I mean, hey, maybe it works for you. But just putting a little bit, the tiniest bit of effort. And the thing is, I didn't. I lived like y'all for a little bit, you know? Homely, dusty, and raggedy. And all of that shit that y'all talking was not a reality, okay? All of that attention falling out the sky and all that. People love me for me, and it's about the substance of it all. Didn't nobody give me a chance to get to the substance if I don't look like crap? You would never even get a chance to explain your substance. Not in the real world. It hurts, but it's the truth. It sucks, but it is what it is. Okay? You're out the house. You look crazy. If that is you, no one's going to get to see your substance. Because no one cares. These niggas don't care about your substance. I don't understand why y'all, it's like the Fault in Our Stars thinking like, these men, they care about the real me, my heart, and my soul. Do you not hear these men say that they view you as objects? Trophy wife has been like a coin term forever and always. People always wanted to be a trophy wife, right? The substance here is not what's keeping them, okay? It's not the substance. Y'all can say something different. Y'all can lie and play a moral high ground. 9 times out of 10, The man appreciates your beauty first and foremost. That's what's keeping them hooked. So let's get on to the next video. So they did a 3-hour live stream, Your Trigger. Y'all know I love to respond to Your Trigger because she seems to be one of those women who are anti, feminine black women. Or maybe she just doesn't understand us. I don't know. I don't get it. But she also made a live stream about Ashley. And I think that it's important to discuss the little bitty things that she's saying here. And some of the other women too. Because again, everything that Ashley does is not correct. I will say that too. Everything that Ashley says and does has not and will not be deemed as correct. She's a human being first. But as far as, what am I trying to say here? Using these niggas and the love and the fault in our stars mentality, and it's the real things that matter, and da-da-da-da. Acting like that's what y'all really see out here is very crazy to me. Because that's not what I'm seeing out here. Because if that was the case, then that lady should have been able to get into that Club Mona very easily. It should have been the substance. It should have been her personality that got her through the door. Them people didn't know her from a can of paint in the wall. But if it was all about her being a fun-loving, good person, she should have been able to get into the club. That man, that bouncer, wouldn't have got out of the line to try to explain to her, hey, the reason you didn't get in is because you're not dressed appropriately, you're too big, and he wouldn't have tried to run it through. That wouldn't have been a conversation if it was about the substance. So I don't like I hate when people lie. I hate when people lie. And that could be, it's just about the club scene. That's not about relationships. Okay, but that's how a relationship, that's usually how quick. Before it's a relationship, it's an attraction. Ooh, that person caught my eye. Ooh, that person caught my eye. Let me go over there and talk to them. Hey, what you talking about, miss? I'm talking about a lot. We have good chemistry. You want to go on a date? Absolutely. Let me see if she knows how to act when she goes out in public. Let me see if she knows how to dress well when she goes out in public. Let me see if she will, elevate me in my status, make me look good. Once all that shit is checked, then we cooking with hot grease. Then, only then. However, stop acting like these men are these morally superior creatures who can magically see the inside of your heart and has x-ray vision and some shit and can tell that you're just a great person and they care about that more than about how you look. Because that's cap. And I wish y'all would say it and admit it. Just so we could be for real. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's real. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying that's what's really happening out here in these streets.
Your whole value system on whether a man finds you attractive or not. Where are the dating coaches for men that are, and because there are some men, but where are the men that are really like going hard in the gym? Going hard in the gym.
Somebody in the comment section actually had admitted, they would say, yeah, there's actually a lot of red pill guys who talk about look maxing within the community. But you wouldn't know that because you're not a dude. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, women in our beauty is a lot more viral. You're going to see, no one gives a heck about a dude, going from medium ugly to slightly attractive, slightly handsome. That's not something that's going to get a million clicks. But you see women who, they make little videos where they do like these, it's not even a glow up. They make themselves look super ugly in the beginning. And then they do like these makeup tutorials. Clear, easy, 2.4 million views, 3.5 million views. People are very interested in the beauty of women. The beauty of woman is a currency. So the fact of the matter is that these women are actively rejecting the beauty currency lets me know that they may be not having it the same way that Ashley's having it. Because if you had a taste of beauty currency out and about, you would never throw it away. You would grab onto it and just hold it in your hands and squeeze. If you had a taste of what that beauty currency could do for you. And I only had a taste, y'all. So let alone these bad bees that y'all hate. The bad biddies on IG and stuff that y'all can't stand. Imagine what beauty currency has done for them. And then come back with why it's super important for women to talk about it. Because you have women who got rich just based off of making hair tutorials and makeup tutorials. You got women who done, Shein hauled their way into relevancy and success simply because, not because they was wearing these different abstract clothes that showed their personality, but because the body looked cute and people resonated. Okay? So get real. Get honest. This is performative. Okay, trying to sit here and act like none of this stuff doesn't matter because you're not directly benefiting from it. Beauty currency is very important. And once you understand that, you are going to make your choice based off of your, proximity to it. Now, is everybody going to get a IG baddie type of, beauty currency privilege? Absolutely not. But the average girl can simply change a little bit of her paradigm by a touch of lip gloss, a touch of lipstick, a clean face, a mascara, and just a head about herself to do that in the morning. I did it one day. My life turned out. I'm telling you what I know. I'm not telling you what I think.
I think that the smartest thing, the most intelligent thing would to be find some place where there are wealthy men and ask them directly what they like, as opposed to asking a woman. But nonetheless, she had put in this title about this girl's weight and all of this other stuff. The young woman only asked her to alter the title of the video. That's it. She said, I feel uncomfortable. Can you alter the title of the video? She told this woman she will do it if she pays her, if she sends a payment to her assistant, and then had the audacity to say that she's trying to help Black women. No, you're trying to help yourself to their pockets. That's it. And that's what I mean. It's like Black women have got to stop publicly showing the world that they're insecure. You don't need this woman to validate you. You don't need this woman to tell you what weight you need to lose. If you need to lose weight, you know it. You don't need her to tell you. If you need to dress better or whatever, you don't need her to tell you that you need to dress better. There's a million different websites. There's a million different TikTok pages that people style clothes and give people a whole detailed way of how to dress. You know what I'm saying? You can look up your body type on Google and find out, hey, what's the best type for a pear shape? What's the best body shape? What's the best way to dress for an apple shape? Whatever. There's no reason why you should be paying this woman right here to tell you how to get a wealthy husband, and she doesn't even have one. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why?
So look at this, right? Look at this. This is the ideology. She don't have no husband. She not qualified to tell y'all nothing about common sense. Okay? We're talking about simple common sense here. Now. The wealthy husband debacle is probably not even something I really want to get into today, simply because y'all know my channel is based off hypergamy, and y'all know that gets the girls highly upset, highly upset. However, why are y'all playing crazy like y'all don't know what these men's first wives and second wives look like? I don't like how y'all play in my face. It is a stereotype that the first wife looks worse than the second. That when a man is more established and gets, or later on in his life and gets higher up in his career and gets more power and can assert more dominance and authority over himself, he's going to look for a more attractive woman. Why are y'all playing in my face? In your viewer's face? In your audience's face? It'll be more beneficial if y'all picked up these men, these wealthy men, and asked them what they wanted. They have. These niggas have told you. I know y'all saw my last video where the guy said when he got his trucking company, he upgraded his girlfriend. These niggas have told you more than once that they're upgrading their girl. Actually, let's stop the clip, because I remember I was actually on Instagram a few days ago, and it was this video, and the girl was like, dude's worst trait is that they always want to feed a girl that they never starved with. And she was upset. And the man in the comments ate that lady, when I tell you ate that lady down, literally told her what he really thought. Now give me a moment because I gotta find the clip. But good thing is it was literally just posted. So I'm literally gonna find it and show y'all. These men tell y'all over and over and over again, and y'all don't want to listen. So then when a woman tells y'all don't want to listen neither. That don't make no sense. You know that, right? I just want y'all to know that it don't make no sense. As long as y'all are understanding that it don't make no sense, it don't make no sense. Because this woman really did. She was like, y'all don't big up the women that y'all starve with. And the man said, no, we don't feel like we should. As soon as we get up there, we're getting the next baddest thing on the market. The fact that you even let me starve with you is insanity. You see how these are how men really think. For real, for real. And when I tell y'all to incorporate that into your mind, she's a misandrist. She don't like men. She can't stand men. Men decenter her. Absolutely not. I play the same game they play, if not worse than that. I'm extra strict over here with these niggas. Trust me, because I know how niggas really think. I actually hang around dudes. I actually do this, for sure. So, when y'all be acting, why don't y'all ask men what they think? They tell y'all that, and y'all don't listen. So then y'all go to the woman, and y'all try to bash on her, because y'all can't bash on these niggas. But a nigga will tell you, I can't wait till I upgrade my girl. I can't wait till I get me some money so I can drop this hot bag of rocks and get me a fine thing. He can't wait. Can't wait. Give me a moment. I'm finding the somebody drop a comment. Somebody drop a comment who is in the chat. I'm trying to find the video because I don't want to lose. Okay, I'm gonna let her talk. I'm gonna find the video and then I'm gonna stop and play what I'm talking about and then show y'all the comments.
Why you would do that? It's literally not logical. And no, what some women need to do is they need a savior. They need somebody to tell them that they have the keys to success. And these women don't have the keys to success. They don't. You know what I'm saying? And the gaming princess, I don't know why you're following me. And you're saying that some people need to hear it. I sound mad. Let me tell you something. The gaming gangsta, what is it? What is your name? The gangsta rap, or what is this? The gangsta.
Not gonna play in y'all face. She did sound a little mad, but I'm gonna let her digress, okay?
Princess, okay. That's already. Let me not even do that. Let me just say this: is that I'm not mad because you want to know why I'm not mad? Is because I have a husband. Not trying to be funny. I have one. So I'm not looking for none of this stuff. You probably are, which is why you're defending Ashley Dalton. So if you needed some advice, you would be better served coming to me instead of Ashley Dalton. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem with black women.
Okay, so this is what this is really about. Finally, people telling themselves. You want to be the pillar of womanhood advice. You want people to come and pay you for your advice because you feel like whatever you done endured to get to that marriage is a little bit more valuable than what Ashley Dalton has to say, which is simply stay fit, keep it cute, and you got it. You feel like you have all the answers. Okay. And she does have a platform. Okay, 22,000. So she knows something. But when it comes to everybody, every girl has their level of expertise. And that's the thing that people got to stop acting like. The level of expertise, first of all, so let's stop. We never even seen you, ma'am. Okay? Before you loudly proclaim that we should take advice from you, we would like to at least know who we're taking advice. Can we see you? Not saying we got to. I'm just saying, if you're going to be giving people the makeup advice that we need, if you're going to be giving us the pear-shaped outfits that we need, can you do that with unapologeticness? Or are you going to use your man for the sounding board for every little single reason why you do something? Does your man have to be involved in every single thing that is tied to your femininity? Because that don't sound like femininity to me. That sounds like masculinity. If your man is tied to every last one of those things. Okay, let's continue.
Losing weight or working out. All I said is that if you know that you need to lose weight and work out, you don't need Ashley Dalton to tell you. You don't need to pay her to tell you something that you already know. And why would I be mad about that? What? Why would I be mad? And this is exactly why black women always get taken advantage of. because y'all would rather attack somebody that is telling you to think critically. You would rather attack them than ask yourself, she's telling me that I can find a millionaire and all I have to do is change my outfit and my hair. But only 8%, less than 8% of Americans of all races are millionaires. Do you know that the majority of millionaires, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 85% of millionaires are already married? So what do you think the odds are of any of that happening for you? Whether you go in a gym and have washboard abs, whether you go to the gym and build them quads up or not, or whether you go and get the baddest dress from wherever and get your hair done in the best sew-in with a weave flowing down your back with wand curls and a swoop, huh? But you want to come at me?
Y'all, why was I talking and it was on mute? Okay. First things first, right? Are you trying to argue that undone women, homely, undone, unkempt women have the same access to the same type of men that the looking good, bourgeoisie, in shape, bust down baddie got? Is that what you're trying to, is this the argument here? Is that what we're going to sit here and say out of our mouth? That it don't matter because you're going to be able to get the same type of man? Okay. Second thing. Are you trying to say that this woman doesn't have any expertise in the makeup and styling and aesthetics? First of all, this woman got a degree. Okay? She went to FIT. She went to a fashion school. Her knowledge about desirability, cleaning yourself up and getting those looks, image consulting or whatever, getting those, she don't know nothing. It's not valuable. For what? Because you don't want to listen to it? Another thing, you don't have to pay her to know what you need to get done. I beg to differ. Because let's go back to the Miami situation. The lady didn't even know that she was too thick. Like, she had thick. She was more shocked that what? I beg to differ. Because in a world where everybody is trying to reward mediocrity, you have people that don't even understand that they're below that. And again, depending on the type of man that you want, this may not be necessary. Like the couple in the beginning of the video, that man clearly wasn't at the totem pole of his desirability. He not pulling bitches at the boatload. That woman don't got nothing to worry about. No, she probably don't got to wear makeup every day. But depending on the, if you saying that you want a different type of man, then clearly something got to change.
Brain, okay? And that's all I have to say to you. If you follow her, that's great. But get out of here with that stuff, because I'm talking about something that is actually logical and is not rooted in your feelings. And if you follow Ashley Dalton, baby girl, you calling yourself the gangster princess? Well, how is that going to get you some rich, bougie white man? Isn't he going to be scared and be like, excuse me, why is one of these type of blacks in here? Huh? Don't you think you need to, first of all, change your name? Gangsta princess? That's a little ratchet, don't you think? Right? Doesn't sound like you follow Ashley Dalton at all. Because I know Ashley Dalton would have told you, stop that, sis. All right? Stop that. Well, if you have a successful black.
So I feel like that have a lot to do with the whole mean girl thing that's to me, it's a huge thing in the girl community. we should be there. I feel we should be more supportive of each other, and we won't have to go to some stranger lady and while she getting money and people clowning you in the chat, talking trash next. They're all depressed and stuff. They're asking for advice, asking about, their weight and stuff. So that's just my view. My view is let's just support each other more, because we shouldn't need money or we shouldn't capitalize from each other's insecurities. We should just be more supportive.
Here's that kumbaya, blase, blase, blah. This lady is on live day in and day out. Your rationale is she should be giving y'all free advice and also not capitalizing it off of her YouTube or Instagram at all. So your idea is that she should not get paid at all. So y'all like black women's labor, just not that they get rich behind it. Come on now. These are the sisters. And then we wonder why we can never get ahead, and it's because once we actually do, the same way they try to tear down Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya was a pretty little black girl having all the men fawn over her, gorgeous, body in tea. Yeah, she was a little cocky, but she's young. She's supposed to be, okay? And these are the same type of women that tore this lady down. And then they say on the back end, women like Nara Smith take over the cooking industry. We're never able to take over the cooking. Nara Smiths are always, well, if you would actually support the women that look like you and be okay with supporting them monetarily as well as with your attention and with your think pieces. Hey. So if another white woman were to come out tomorrow and do everything that Ashley Dalton is doing, get 1.6 million views and do all of this stuff, people would be talking like, oh, she stole Ashley Dalton's idea. We don't ever get love. YouTube is so racist against us. We don't All of that. All of that. But as soon as we actually get the black representation that we need, there's 25 more think pieces about why this is not politically correct. Okay.
All right. I appreciate you, Vicky. I see a lot of people in the comments. Like somebody said, never mind. You know what? It's a full house in here. I'll say what I have to say after I get everybody a chance to speak. Go ahead, Elle. Let me
Good
unmute
morning.
Good morning. How are you?
So first of all, I just want to say I love this fellowship and conversation, even if we have differences in opinion. I'm going to kind of be the devil's advocate on this one. Of course, self-love is how you express basically your light, how you feel about yourself. I do feel that if you take care of yourself and you show that through good health, good eating, mental health, that's very important, being mentally stable, emotionally intelligent, etc., that will obviously attract certain type of men. I don't feel that women should base their whole identity on a man, but having a husband is a beautiful union. It is beautiful. Now, in regards to Ashley, I feel that, yes, she's monetizing on this niche, right? There's a need, especially ever since Kevin Samuels passed away. There is a need for this harsh truth that needs to be said. Now, some might say this isn't truth, this isn't Bible, but we're not listening sometimes to what these men are saying. And what she's saying, a lot of men are uplifting. Now, if we have our own requirements for these men, right? There are certain things that we want from them. Then we shouldn't be upset if they're saying, like, listen, I want my woman to be fit, because if she's fit, I know that she's going to be around for a long time. I'm going to fall in love with her. We can live a long life together. Or I want my woman not to nag me so much. I want her to like trust me, trust my opinion, let me lead this family. I know what I'm doing. You know, there's certain things that men are saying that we just got to accept. It is what it is. If we don't want them, then we need to move around them and go find the type of man that we want to be with. But if we want these high value, alpha, dominant,
You can find Culinary Institute of Virginia graduates.
So she has no problem, monetizing her content. So she can monetize her content, but not Ashley though. Okay.
not only financially, but strategy wise, mentally, etc., then we need to sit back and listen. That's all I want to say. But also, we need to uplift ourselves. We are not each other's competition. We are each other's advocates. And if anything has taught us anything about 350,000 Black women being laid off, is that we need to come together. Together, we are stronger. And we shouldn't be upset with each other for having, or, kind of put each other down for having differences of opinion. No one's the same. So just trust in each other's, I guess like path for yourself, like trust in that and just band together. I also, and I'll close with this. I am that friend, and I did lose a friend. She's a beautiful girl, but she kept complaining how she was going out all these dates, and all these guys basically wanted to do was just sleep with her and leave her alone. And I let her know I went from 300 pounds to 200 pounds in over a year and a half naturally. I didn't have any surgeries. I got a trainer and I ate right and I got myself together. And the type of men that I have in my, grasp is 100% different than when I was bigger. And they're way more quality. I will say that. So that was my opinion and I gave it to her and she didn't like it and she dropped me as a friend. So sometimes the truth telling friends, we're the enemy, and I'll die on that hill. I didn't say it in a rude way. I said it more in like, hey girl, how I feel compared to how I felt at 100 pounds heavier is like night and day. And my dating pool has increased and it is way better. So that's all I have to say, and thank you for letting me have time to speak on your platform.
Hey, no problem, no problem. I did want to say that there's a need right now and a niche for this type of content because Black women, as a large collective, are full of low self-esteem and are looking for and seeking validation. The collective of Black men in the Black community do not uplift Black women and say that they're beautiful or say that they're their top picks. It's always someone else and another race of woman. And so Black women by large have extremely low self-esteem. They also have that low self-esteem paired with being completely unrealistic. And that's where Kevin Samuels came in. He wasn't trying to help Black women. That's where Ashley Dalton comes in. She's not trying to help Black women. If she was trying to help Black women, when the Black woman that she said that she was trying to help said, hey, this title of video that you have here.
Can we actually speak about that situation before I let these people go on? Because I mean, they said a lot. The lady clearly said what she said, right? What they're speaking about, in case you guys do not know, there was a scenario where, and I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing just so I can show y'all. Her name was Four Locks. She came on basically asking for just some typical advice. She was like, hey, people are stopping me and saying, seeing if I'm a sex worker or whatever, and I don't know why they're coming at me like that. Ashley, what should I do? That Ashley basically told her what she should do. Told her, hey, we want to get rid of you, wrap your locks, get rid of, because she had four, like it was like four locks in the back of her head. That's why her name is Four Locks. So she was keeping the last four locks in the back of her. And I know people do that. Sometimes people get dead family members' locks sewn into their head, so it may be hard to remove and all that type of stuff. They don't want to. It's like emotionally, spiritually connected to them and all of that. So Four Locks, came on and basically, came back after Ashley had uploaded her video and said that she had misrepresented her. She said that she was misrepresented. And I'm not going to sit here and cap to y'all. I'm going to show y'all the video, but I don't believe that this was Ashley's best hour. No, I do not. No, I do not at all. I feel like this was one of the situations that Ashley, I don't know if unreasonable is the best word, but she definitely was not compromising at all. She was not compromising when it came to her platform, to her channel. And I can respect that. So someone, Chanel Miller says, damn, all my favorite creators are live. Hey y'all, hey. I know I saw Lashid. I know for sure I saw Lashid. And I was mad too, because I was like, man, I need to be on my Instagram. But yeah. I'm trying to pull up her all right, sharing the screen now. 7 Golden Nugget 7 says, hi, new to the channel. Well, welcome, Golden Nugget. How are you doing? How are you doing? We're gonna show the video of the Four Locks lady, because I do believe that this lady, she was being very, now there are trolls. She was being very respectful. I didn't get the troll vibe from her, and I feel like how Ashley handled her, definitely was off-putting to me. To me, it was off-putting.
Because from the video, I did look bloated, right? From the video, my makeup wasn't great. I had just got back from eating, so I might not look like a workout girly when I'm super full like that. The issue for me was like the lies in the title that kind of influenced everyone to see the video a certain way. The first one was I wanted to lose weight, and specifically 15 pounds. And you had mentioned shapewear to me, and you also asked me if I went on walks. But there was never a mention or a conversation of weight. And then the second one was the comment about my locks.
Now, if I'm going to be completely transparent with you, there was a lot of things I held back on because I know how the internet is. And if I'm telling you face to face, I do think you need to lose weight.
Just for the sake of the chat, right? Because today I'm not bloated, right? There's no shapewear on today. This is 5 days a week, Pilates, running, swimming, things like that. I am 140 pounds. The point that I'm trying to make is that wasn't mentioned in the live. So for me to see that it was not what we talked about in the live.
That's fair. But I think what needs to happen is body recomposition, lose fat, gain muscle.
And I think that is subjective. I just think that alongside cutting my locks, because my hair is very sentimental to me. So yesterday, what I was looking for was to get advice about how to level up.
Four Locks, if we're being honest, if we're going to have the conversation now, we're going to go there. You said you want to date affluent men. When I think of affluent men, those men tend to be more conservative. When you came up in the blue dress and you have your locks dangling down, and you have a ponytail, that's not going to fit the aesthetic. If I'm being 100% honest with you.
I agree.
It doesn't align.
Men are approaching me, right? I meet affluent men all the time. But what I really just wanted you to understand, Ashley, is that the thing about the weight, if you felt like I needed to lose weight or if there should have been a conversation about the weight, I feel like it should have happened on the live. So to see it in the title was very hurtful to me. And
that's fair. And I accept that. I take accountability for that. But I will also say this, what was not fair, and I felt attacked. You said I'm not a girl's girl and I'm mean. If I wasn't a girl's girl and I was mean as y'all think I am, some people think I am, I wouldn't be up here helping you guys. Mean girls don't help other girls out. So I also want to say that as well. But I will say again, I think you should body recomp. For what you're saying you want. When you came up here, you said you want a wealthy man, not rich. He's making multi-million dollars. So you need to be a lot more petite. I would cut off the locks. For what you want. We don't have to do nothing for a man, but for what you want.
If I didn't want to have to worry about a thing, I get approached by rich men all the time. I live in Buckhead, Atlanta. But the problem is the caliber of rich men that I'm meeting. And because I'm a streamer full time. I get men that come in my chat, spend big all the time. I've had men do things for me from TikTok all the time. But what I was trying to do is just be able to go out and have the men that I'm meeting online be the same like situation in person.
So although you look good, I'm not saying you can't get attention, because every woman, you could be thick, skinny, or plus size, 600 pounds and get a man. But again, for what you want, I think you can level up the look again.
Since you did feel like you took accountability, is the title something you're willing to change?
I mean, it's up, my love.
The issue isn't with the criticism, right? Because from the video, I did look bloated, right? From the video, my makeup wasn't great. I had just got back from eating, so I might not look like a workout girly when I'm super full like that. The issue for me was like the lies in the title that kind of influenced everyone to.
She goes on to say in the caption, in this episode, a guest featured on my platform accuses me of misrepresenting her weight journey and questions whether I'm truly a girl's girl. Who's here to help women level up? Was I wrong for how I framed her, or was this just resistance to the truth? Let's get into it. This one girl, I am Chanel B, says, at this point, I want girls to stop wasting Ashley's time. As a man, Shorty seemed like she has an accountability issue. You asked for advice, you got it. Now, you tight. Another case if you can't help everybody out. This is getting old. They don't want advice. They want to be right. I will agree that I think that this is what I think happens, right? I think that women, they're going on, they're like, okay, well, I'm going to be able to basically get, like, they are trying to get their ego stroked. I see that women are coming on here. They're trying to because they're coming in their best dress, okay? You're trying to look cute, and you're expecting her to gas you, and she didn't. And it could be a little bit of the parasocial relationship. I'm not saying this is with her specifically. I'm saying what I see across the board, because this is not the first time that this has happened on an Ashley Dalton platform, where they go ask for advice and they want her to take the video down, they want her to change, they want her to modify, they want something to change after the fact. Okay? I see that some women, they're coming on to get gassed. They don't get that gassing, and then they lash out. I don't feel this with Four Locks. I feel like she really was very vulnerable and very sensitive. And the 15 pounds thing, she just wasn't, she wasn't ready for that. I don't know. To me personally, I've been on YouTube for about a year. How I would have handled the situation. You asking me. I feel like I'm changing the title just because I don't want you to feel upset. I don't want you to be, feeling like I'm just, coming at you or picking at you, especially if I can acknowledge that I didn't say this to your face when you were on the video. So I wonder, did Ashley make a missed call here? I feel like that's a problem. I feel like if she won't ask you to take it down, the least she was asking you to do was change the title, especially if you can admit that you were kind of throwing strays and all of that after the fact. I can see where she has the right to be upset, and she had the right to ask for the title to be changed, and you have the right to be like, no, I'm not changing it. Simple as that. However, I see where Ashley is coming from, because to me, if I have to let you change, what's going to stop everybody else from coming in the comment section saying that they do not like what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? Saying they need me to change something, do something, be something. So I kind of see where she's coming from, because this is also not paid content. These women get to come on for free. She lets them know, hey, if you want a more private, intimate experience with me, you can one-on-one. Now, them one-on-ones are $150 to $250. Girl, I ain't got no one-on-one hour. I don't got no $250 for 1 hour with Ashley Dalton. Okay? You know what? If I really make it big on YouTube, maybe I should. That would be a good little video, don't y'all think? Just paying $250 and like getting a video done. That's cute. I would do that. But like for a woman who wasn't really planning on making no boss moves like that or nothing like that, I could see where she's like, I'm not about to spend $250 to go do nothing. But when you cheat with yourself, this is what you get. Your business is on Front Street for the purposes of the video. She's trying to market her services. And again, this is not her first rodeo. If the policy is stated in the in her text, You have to be able to move with caution and understand that it may not go on your way because you are not in control of this platform. Once you give her the permission, you've given her the permission. And unless you're willing to fight, I'm not saying there may not be a court case, but who says that's serious? Who says that's serious that you're going to go sue this lady? I don't think anyone should, but I'm saying, like, is it that serious for what's going on? Chanel Miller says Ashley was wrong for not changing the title. Yes, she did make a wrong move because that lady seemed genuine and somewhat did sound hurt. Absolutely. This did not seem like a troll to me. This did not come across as a situation where I felt like this girl was, trolling and she was hurt and mad. I really felt like she had a genuine concern and Ashley was sticking to her guns unnecessarily. I 100% agree. I wouldn't have handled it like that. If all she was at, especially because she was a content creator and didn't ask her to take it down, she asked her for her to change the title. Yeah, I would have changed the title because you right, you clocked my tea. And, I'm sorry for that. And I would make it clear, hey, I'm not changing it for everybody. This is a one-time situation. But the thing is, I'm seeing this, I'm trying to find this video for y'all. I'm trying. Yeah, absolutely. Golden Nugget says they agree. Absolutely. This is it. So I think that in this scenario, she was not perfect in this scenario, for sure. She should have had a little bit more grace and empathy. What do I think happened? Why she didn't? I think she was trying to prove a point. I think that she wanted it to be very, very known that she is in control of this channel and that she is not in any way about to, swerve or even go off a little bit, deviate a little bit for the sake of her goals. And that, to me, a little suspect. I'm not gonna lie, when I first watched the video, I was like, I don't know, Ashley, what? That means you can say anything. You can go on to Ashley Live and she can literally say anything, and she already set the precedent that she's not going to change it. So what I would say to Black women, women in specific, who are interested in coming on her channel or anything like that, I would definitely say proceed with caution. Put your baddest on the floor. Put your best 10 forward. Don't go on Ashley Dalton's live looking crazy. Don't go on Ashley Dalton's live drunk. Don't go on Ashley Dalton's live looking sloppy. Put your best foot forward and do have an open mind. And also relinquish some type of control, because even though this is your image, this is her channel. And you already know how this lady is. You can't. Here's my thing. I'm going to be a really realistic person. I think it was a little shitty thing to do. It did come across as a little dick. Like, it came like off dicky to me. However, you cannot tell nobody else what they want to do with their platform. Only thing you can do is make your own platform and have an opinion about it. That's the only thing you can do. So she did the right thing for her by advocating and saying, hey, I would like you to change it. And women like me, I agree with her. And I'm glad that she stuck up for herself. But this is a cautionary tale that you need to come onto the internet with some sense of decorum. Look at some type of way. Because once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. It's not just an Ashley Dalton live. Y'all post TikToks and all. Bonnets looking crazy. All type flipped off the way. I'm faceless though. Clock the tea. I don't got to worry about that. But, those images live forever. Those images are here forever. So be mindful. Be very mindful. The comments in her video are also mean, because saying that she didn't want advice isn't true. Ashley falsely advertised the video. Some people hate using their brain. Many of them vouch for Ashley, even if she's in the wrong. Absolutely. Well, that's everyone's platform. Lots of people have platforms. Fans are fans. The fans is short for fanatic. Okay? So we're going to go back, because I do agree with one thing I agree with them for this point. And this point only. I feel like that situation was very unnecessary. How the lady handled it was very tea. And I do think Ashley should have changed the title. And I was a little disappointed that she didn't. especially when she admitted that she was wrong. And then the coldness, it was the coldness for me that was a little off-putting. It was that how she was kind of, it was her energy to me that really blew me. You sure do. I thought about going on, but I dress eccentric and I already know it wouldn't be Ashley's cup of tea. True. That's why I avoid public interviewers. I did it once and instantly regretted it. They can warp the video however they want. Absolutely. Okay, let's play.
Is hurtful, is hurting my feelings. You don't have to take the video down. Can you just please take out a certain thing out of the title? She would have said, absolutely, sure. I'm only here to help, sis. She wouldn't have said send a payment to my assistant and I'll take it down if you pay me. So I think that we got to start really using our heads and being honest here. It's a cash grab. It's nothing about, like people said in the comments, is it about monetizing? Like nobody can make any money. You can make money. You know, that's not a problem. When you do social media, you probably make a couple bucks. The issue is you making the money based on giving bad black women fraudulent advice, unrealistic advice that probably won't work for them, and a whole host of other things. Just because you change your hair, just because you change your clothes, just because you lose weight, that's not going to necessarily get you who you want. You also listening to a woman that doesn't even have what you want about how to get what you want makes no sense. You losing weight and then your first thought is about your dating pool expanding, as opposed to thinking about how great you feel about yourself and how your health is improved, is extremely male-centered, and that's something that definitely has to be checked. Being focused on your looks, because most of the time this woman, that when I ever see her, she's focused on telling a woman how they look and what's the image that they need to portray to get these men, instead of what is the quality of these men. Are we looking past, is he faithful? Is he honest? Is he loyal? What type of character does he have? What type of character do you have? You need to realize that the number one thing that you need to be working on yourself in attracting whoever is what's on the inside. It's not your weight. I'm not saying that men are not attracted to fit women that are not overweight or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is the number one thing that will keep and maintain a relationship is what's on the inside. Because as you stay married for a long time, like I have been, when you first see somebody, oh my gosh, they fine. Ooh, he's so fine. He's so sexy. Ooh, I love his body. Ooh, she's so fine. She's so sexy. I love her face. I love her body. Ooh. But as you get on and go on in the relationship and you go on in the marriage, looks don't even mean anything. I've been married for 15 years. Yes, my husband's attractive. He fine. But I don't see that no more. I see him, his soul, because we've been together so long. And none of these women focus on any of these things.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and exclusive access to all things VIP.
And they focus on the superficial, and it's crazy because it's so many black women that speaks to, and I have no idea. And it also speaks to the irrationality, because you're telling all of these women that you know where to go, like I said earlier, to get these rich men, to get these high value men, to get these millionaires, these men that are making 7 figures. Nobody ever looks at the stats on these things. No one ever looks at the stats and the statistics. 8%, as I said earlier, less than 8% of people are millionaires in the United States. And the majority of the people that are millionaires, the men, are already married. So where do you think that you're going to find these men? Not to mention, they're telling you, oh, you find this rich white man. The majority of white men, respectfully, statistically, this is not my feelings, statistically are not interested in black women, whether you're fit or not. Not to say that there aren't white men that are attracted to black women, because there are. There are men of all races that are attracted to black women. But what I'm telling you is, first of all, you have to fit a very specific archetype. And no one ever tells black women that. Why? Because they want to keep running their pockets. But statistically, it's not. White people date inside the race way more often. So you have a woman monetizing all of these things and telling you that you have to change all of these things, and that's going to bring this rich white tea man that's going to pay all your bills, and you're going to sit at home and be a kept wife, a soft life. It's not logical or rational. And I wish that y'all would understand and stop thinking about your feelings and your emotions and fantasies and actually think in reality. And anytime someone tries to tell you something that is rooted in reality and not emotions, y'all get mad at that person. Y'all get mad at that person. And somebody said black men don't married black women. Black men have the lowest marriage rates out of everybody. I think 36% of them get married at least once. So I'm not saying that black men are the option either. So I don't want anyone to think I'm trying to push them on black men. All I'm saying is your odds of finding whoever is slim, right? So if you have somebody tell you that, hey, you know what? I know where you can find a man that makes $1 bajillion a year. All you have to do is change your face, your body, your personality, your hair, do all of this. It's male-centered and it's also delusional. And it is a cash grab. They're preying on your hope and your desire to find someone to pay their bills. Now, their bills will be paid, but you will be somewhere wondering why. Look, I've worked out. I've lost the weight. I've changed my clothes. I've changed my hair. I'm in the right places. Why no husband? Why? But they don't care about those questions that you ask yourself. All they care about is the instant gratification of your cash app or your payment. And I wish more black women would think about that. But I swear, y'all want to be lied to. Y'all want someone to lie to y'all. And everybody that lies to y'all and tells y'all that y'all can get things that more than likely, and this isn't my feelings, since y'all want to bring up Kevin Samuels, y'all want to hear facts over feelings, the majority of y'all will never, ever, ever get, period, no matter how much you work out. But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to.
Oh my, oh my, oh my God. And this is sometimes where she's very passionate. Ma'am, we understand the statistics. This is why separating yourself from the general population of looking women is a social capital tool. The reason why this is the rhetoric is because it's just that difficult and just that hard. Who are you, as another person on YouTube, to say who that is and it's not going to happen to? Just because you didn't marry the rich man of your dreams doesn't mean that's not going to happen to any other woman that puts the work in. That's a projection. Okay? Am I saying it's going to happen tomorrow? Am I telling you you're going to bump into him tonight? Did I ever sit here and tell you it was going to be an easy road? But what we're not going to do as black women is say that it's impossible. Because you have women like Lena Hunter, who by all accounts is not exceptional looking, regular girly girl, whole like, definitely not one of them feminine girls, you know what I'm saying? Or she could be feminine, but she's just definitely not one of those like the good girls. The good girl complex, she don't got that. She got her a man that making millions. He's a football player. She's nothing exceptional. This happens to women all the time who accept these realities for themselves. It's only when the black women get into the realm is where other black women want to say, no, that's not going to happen to you. Look at my calculator. I already did all the statistics about all the men that I couldn't. So you don't do it when I see other races of women do it all the time. We see women secure that $1.3 billion husband, $6.9 million husband, and they weren't from nowhere. If you want to talk about the elitist Rothschild white people, absolutely. They have a culture of gatekeeping. But that's not where the majority of accessible wealth is. So again, and the millionaire isn't even, a millionaire as a single woman isn't even necessary. You know what I'm saying? Over $100,000 will do. You know what I'm saying? Yearly. $175,000 to $200,000 a year for a single married couple will do. And that's a step up from, trying to encourage women to what? Accept nothing? Be crying over their broke boyfriends. Be laid up with their unemployed baby daddies. So, what are we really mad about here? Do we want women to get men, or do we want women to not get any better men than what we got? Because that's what it seems to be. Y'all need to accept what I got because I got a husband. Ma'am, how are you assuming that we want your husband or any men close to his archetype? We may not want that man. We may want above that man. And that's allowed to be said. And then the women who fight tooth and nail to make sure that you know that it won't happen to you is because it never happened for them. It never happens for them. Y'all don't know who Ashley got in her DMs. Y'all don't know who Ashley with behind the scenes or what she get done for her, if she gets something done for her or if she don't. Y'all ain't got no idea. You're speculating. And y'all are using that ring as a bargaining chip as if everybody is slobbing over your ring. What if we don't want your ring? Okay? What if the woman that is doing all this bragging, because this usually be the old wives, doing all that bragging over their Cuban zirconium ring, that's what they want you to accept. They don't want you to get no better of a man than what they got. So it's not about you, oh, she don't got no man. It's that she's literally creating a culture of women to want better types of men. And what's wrong with not getting them and being single? How is that a problem? Please tell me it's better than being with an ain't shit, dusty, mid-ugly dude. I would rather be with nobody at all than to be with y'all's man. Can I tell y'all that? Because I be seeing so many people on here bragging about these niggas, and I'm like, we don't want them. Heard they voice, don't want them. Hear what they do, don't want them. They don't look like much. They don't. Hey. That's for you. It's not for me to want what you got. But what I'm saying is, you're assuming that everyone wants to accept what you have accepted, and you're trying to force feed this narrative because you're upset. And again, oh, hold up. I think it's very unrealistic to go after millionaires, but I never saw that as hypergamy. I always thought it was going above a certain tax bracket above yours. Black women should go up. Absolutely. The millionaire is not needed. It's not needed. $200,000 a year would do. $300,000 a year would do. $500,000 a year would do. Even the niggas that co-owners, y'all are just not. That's the unrealistic part. The things that the only people that have wealth is the millionaires. That's the unrealistic part for sure. Because we can look at the millionaires' lives and they got bills too. What's $1 million to a millionaire? So we are looking for men with financial stability, financial discipline, and that already done took the hard work to build themselves up prior to us getting there. Not us building together. We're not building together. That's done. That's wrapped. So any woman trying to sit there and try, we gonna build with our man, we done. We wrapped. We done with that. He need to come with all that stuff. The diamond ring, the nice house, and the dog with the jet in the backyard needs to already be there before I even come. Absolutely. I didn't say nothing different. I won't backtrack. It won't happen. It don't gotta come in $1 million form. Some people are just very well invested. She was very respectful, and at least she has a video to show that she is a respectful person or emotional stable, because that could have been used as a viral clip. Overweight, angry girl, angry at Ashley. Absolutely. She didn't let that lady play in her face. Not y'all on here. Girl, what the lady say? What's the beef between you and Pia? I don't got no beef with that lady. There ain't no beef. This is a live stream about Ashley Dalton. Anything that's going on outside of the Ashley Dalton live, I don't know nothing about, babe. So, thank you for the comment, but I don't know. I don't got no beef, babe. So back to what your trigger has said, right? So, yeah, absolutely insane. They always want to go to the super rich, white, billionaires and say that you ain't never gonna get that. That's not the only pillars of wealth out here. There are niggas in the Air Force, right? The Navy. They got guaranteed benefits that automatically roll off to you because you married to him. That's what they want you to gatekeep. The real pillars of the real societal nobility guys, the doctors, the Navy men, the seamen, like all of these good quality dudes. They may not have $1 million in their pocket, but that's still hypergamy. Clock the T. Though to go up, it's not always about looks, because many average women date up, but they're educated in high-paying fields. Character is extremely important too. Yeah, but here's my personal thing. Personally, for me, looks is very important. I want a cute dude. I'm not playing with them ugly 10% possum gremlins no more. That's done, Wrap it up. So that's me. That's me telling y'all that may not matter to you. But to me, I'm really like, nah, I want a nigga to match my fly too. Like, you gotta be rich and cute. Cause I'm cute. We working on the liquids, but I'm cute. Okay. So back to
hear somebody lie to you and sell y'all a fantasy. And that's strange to me. It's very, very weird that you would rather someone lie to you than tell you the truth. That's it. I already said a lot of people up here are new. I've never seen these people before in my life, and they've never been in here. I'll just say this is that
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it.
this platform that I have is for Black women, uplifting Black women, loving Black women, protecting Black women, and telling Black women the truth. So if you don't want to hear the truth and you don't want me to actually tell you the truth for real so that you're not preyed on, then you probably need to exit right now. I'm not asking you for no money. I'm married. I've been married for 15 years. It'll be 16 years this year. I don't got no class to tell you how to get a husband, how to find a man, because there's no way to tell you that. And if somebody tells you that they know, they're a liar. They're a liar. They're lying to you. They want you to pay their bills. So I don't have a class. I don't have a dog in this fight. All I'm telling you is to stop allowing yourself to be preyed on by people that do not care about you and they're selling you a dream. Ashley Dalton ain't the only one. You got the other dude that's a dating coach. That other guy, Anton or whatever his name is a whole bunch of them. It's not just her. I'm just talking about her today because I was disgusted by the fact that a Black woman told her that the title of her video hurt her feelings and she didn't take it down. She said, you got to pay me first. That's disgusting. So anyway, I'm going to just keep going because it makes me so mad.
So what I do agree with you're triggered about is, and I came onto YouTube telling y'all about the digital Avon ladies already. Don't be giving none of these people your money. Are y'all crazy? No, absolutely not. $250 in this economy, in this recession, ma'am. All it takes is watching a few YouTube videos. You can help her out, but just by watching a few ads. That's the only thing I do agree with. Yeah, I already told y'all. Y'all want to be sitting here giving up a check? Baby, do not give up no checks. Not like that. And the lady, though, she didn't give up a check. That's a free service, okay? It was a free service. The reason why the lady did not want to move or change the content at all is because it was a new service. It was a free service. Excuse me. It was a free service. She makes money off the monetization and the AdSense. She doesn't make money from directly the consumer. So because of that, she maintains the control in order to be able to, I think it was clickbait, just to have people click on the video just so she can be able to do what she got to do. However, y'all got to be mindful, and I don't think that these platforms should be demonized. I don't think that these platforms should be demonized at all. Should Ashley have been a little bit more respectful? Absolutely. But before that, I think that if we had access to this type of information, we wouldn't need an Ashley Dalton to come on and puppet string you through the way. It wouldn't be necessary to have somebody literally walk you through each and every step. You a grown-ass woman, you see it. The fact that there are women that do need that touch, that do need that eye, and they got to go through these avenues, shows that there are not a lot of Black women that have access to the femininity that they're looking for. And that information is being monopolized and is very hefty. So I think that Black women, girls in my camp, not just Black women, girls in my camp, we already know most of the stuff that Ashley Dalton be saying. It don't be nothing, extraordinary. But that's because we have access to feminine women. We have our own feminine routines, and we've been working on them for close to a decade now. You have women that are starting at ground zero. They don't know none of this stuff. So it is very costly information. Yeah, the constant emphasis on white men was annoying. Many wealthy men are Asian, for example. I triggered, but the emphasis was making me mad. Yeah, absolutely. You got Arabian men or Arab men from the Middle East. Let me be politically correct here. That was born into money because they had oil. Born into money. Literally born into money. Come on, let's be for real, y'all. Now, if she wants to talk about these people can still be racist against you, that's absolutely true. But your own men can be racist against you too, and they're not even giving you, oil rigs. It is what it is. No, I meant average women's look isn't everything, because some of the wives of the rich are not supermodels. That's what I meant. I like a fine man because I got to be visually stimulated too. Shoo. Yeah, but the women who I see, like, I'm gonna be for real, from when I see day to day, the older wives, like the old wives, they are polished. They don't have to be super cute in the face. They're polished. Nails done, toes done, clothes look nice, very nice frame glasses, cute purse, nice expensive purse. We don't know who bought it. They look a particular way. I'm not really even talking about like they facial symmetry or nothing like that. That is a whole nother thing. But the aesthetics are always consistent. I never saw a girl come into the Cape with her bonnet on, a tank top tee, and had a rich man behind her holding that down. It never happened. It never happened. They're usually very polished. I'm not saying they have to be beauty queens, but they're polished. And you have a lot of white women who they're probably average in the face, but they just, they clean up very nice. They use lip gloss all the time. They use lipstick. They wear very proper clothes. I see them all the time. Proper clothes. They still got their man. 80 years in the game. That's the folks I see still with their mans, okay? 60 years in the game. Those are the folks who still be with their man 30 years in the game. They still get their hair done. They still keep up with their feminine routine. They still make sure that they're the apple of his eye. That's easy. That's simple. It's easy and simple. Now I'm talking about what I've seen. And we're talking about those, quality men. Not the men that take you as you are. Like the men in the beginning of the video, I think all that makeup is played out. All that makeup is played out. Why? Because he looked played out too. Both y'all look played the fuck. All right, we're in the last video, and I'm gonna get out of here. This is another girl. She was also talking about Ashley Dalton, and the big, punchline right now is that she unmarried. So they can't talk about her being married to a Pookie or a Dusty. So the diss is that she's unmarried. As if that doesn't give her, she can marry a rich nigga tomorrow. And then what would you guys have to say? And I hope she do. I hope that one day very soon, that she pop out at a wedding though, and a nice one, and shut all y'all up. Because I don't like how y'all playing on her top. Because the advice that she's giving is that's male-centered, to feel like because she don't got no husband, she not qualified to tell y'all shit. And y'all know that it's working. Y'all know that this information is valuable. That's why y'all mad and spitting at the screen and yelling and crying and throwing up.
This dress or the blue dress you showed me. And then we have our face painted. That's gonna read a certain way to a man. Oh, she has on a face full of makeup. She has on a sexy dress at 2 p.m. and a platform clear.
That in order to be around different kinds of men, men that are affluent and things like that, a lot of the suggestions are to go to like high-end bars and nice areas. My experience, a lot of times the men at these bars, they feel like the young women that come, they tend to think that you're like an escort or things like that. Or
yeah, well, you shouldn't look like you're a lady of the night when you go in there. You shouldn't be in a Hervé Leger dress and a high 6-inch heel at 2 p.m. That's definitely going to allude that you are looking for something transactional. Mm-hmm. So I would say blend in. In that area, what are they wearing? Can you show us an example of what you would wear out, the shoe and the dress? Oh, yeah, no. No, not for, okay. No, you cannot wear this at 2 o'clock for lunch or 3 o'clock for lunch. No, baby girl. Oh, no. That's definitely going to give, oh, she's selling. She's selling? Oh, she's selling. Let me see the shoe. It's a mule. Oh, yeah, no. I don't know. No. You need something more classy, sexy. Even fit and flare would be cute. Fit it on the top, up to the neck, and flare at the waistline. Yes, softer colors, pink, white.
I have a yellow flare dress.
Let's do it. If you're open to it. Okay. But this feels like Saturday brunch. It's cute, but too tight and too many patterns. Okay, now for locks, we have to talk about the hair now. What's this journey we are on?
I've had these locks for 10 years. That's why my name is Four Locks. It's my artist name.
Okay, so it's for you as an artist, just to give you a different appeal. Okay, Four Locks. Now we can't be going to certain parts of town with that. Four Locks. We gotta wrap it up in a bun. Even your natural hair is beautiful. Even if you did a nice twist out, you have a head full of hair. It just looks undone. It looks it's like, is she twisting all of her hair, or is she taking out her twist? That's the impression I'm getting. Okay. And you have beautiful hair. You can do a full twist out.
I'm not gonna cut it.
I would even want you to do like a makeup class. You have a lot of concealer under your eyebrows, right?
It could be the light as well. Like,
yeah. And the brows, I want them to be thinner. I need your brows just a little bit thinner. Yeah, a cleaner makeup look, okay? Even less concealer under the eye for daytime. Because the thing is, if you're coming in like you did, this dress or the blue dress you showed me, and then we have our face painted, that's gonna...
So what are y'all so emotional about? This seems like typical, regular, everyday advice if you were raised around women, okay? If you were raised around pretty women, this is regular ass advice that anybody would tell you. Like, literally anybody would tell you. Literally anybody would tell you. So what are y'all crying and screaming about? I'm waiting. Where was the atrocity? Where I'm waiting. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to make and this is why certain people need to be in the spaces that they're allotted to. Because if any of you girls happen to have aspirations, you wanted to, cross over into the industry, you want to cross over into modeling, you want to cross over into entertainment, understand it gets stricter than that, right? And to some people, it may be very demeaning and it may be very draining to hear someone's opinion about your appearance constantly. That is not a life for everybody. But that's why women like us kind of have to separate and be like, look, this is not draining for, I'm not going to cry and throw up because she said, girl, you know that makeup look ain't eating. You know what? You're right, Ashley. What should I be doing? What the technique should I be using? I take all the tips. Y'all, actually, I be around the little high school girlies because the high school girls have been teaching me some things. I've been rubbing shoulders with the high school girlies. I've been like, girl, where you buy your shit from? Where you get that from? They keep me fly. I'm always staying around women. I'm always keeping my sisterhood up. We're always passing along oral information about beauty and hierarchy. Why are y'all so shocked? A part of me wonders, I think what's so upsetting is that y'all never had this type of feminine sisterhood. Okay? Y'all folks was never talking about nothing desirable. You were never able to truly be a girl ever. So when you see women enjoying the privileges and all the little things associated with being a girl, you feel like it's so demeaning. When to everybody else, this is some regular ass advice. Some women be like, you need to lose 2 dress sizes for your dress coming up. You have an event coming up. You need to drop down a few pounds. That's regular ass advice. But not in the Black community, because in the Black community, Black women are not used to being women. They like to be hybrid warrior monkey stuff. They don't want to be women. I'm sorry to call y'all monkeys. Y'all not a monkey. I was thinking about something completely different. None of y'all are monkeys, but I'm saying y'all like to be hybrid warriors, okay? Y'all don't like to be cute. Personally, I stopped listening to people online, but these ladies are looking for a type of man. Ashley has apparently been in those spaces, so yeah, her opinion can be valuable. Yeah, Ashley Dalton was literally I think she was a makeup artist for a celebrity makeup artist. She's done behind the scenes, BET looks, all that type of stuff. She knows. She's not out here and about just capping. I love Ashley Dalton because she is a great representation for Black women and girls. If I had a mom or grandma like her, I would just be I would have been so much happier in my teens and early 20s. Boom. Lots of women do not have lots of Black women just do not have access to these feminine women like this. They don't. And that's what I'm trying to say, is that it seems so ludicrous and it seems so out of the way because we really just don't have access to hyper feminine women who are willing to tell you how it is. We have women that want to, kind of hold their pride. So they won't tell you to lose weight because that would require them to lose, some weight too. Not really competitive with their beauty game. Don't really know nothing about it. They tell you that if you get a certain hairstyle, that's being too grown. You look too fast. They actually stunt your femininity if we get down to the bottom of it. Let's talk about it. How about that? Let's talk about how other black women try to stunt hyper feminine black women's femininity all the time. Don't wear that. That's too fast. You look too grown. I don't want my daughter wearing long hair. Y'all literally stunt y'all little black girls' femininity. And now you're mad that they're still flocking to feminine representation. Okay? Because, everybody doesn't have, a beauty queen for a mom. Like, that's not, everyone's not going to have that. So imagine you're growing up, you don't have a beauty queen for a mom. She don't know nothing about your hair, your makeup, your nothing. You're at a feminine disadvantage. Up against another girl who her mama is a hairstylist. She do her daughter's hair. She making sure she's good at every. What do you think happens when you little girls get into these events where it's a prom, where it's a HOCO, where it's scenarios where they need to look their absolute best? You have certain women whose mom gets them cleaned the fuck up, like cute up, done the fuck up. And then you had women like me who I didn't know I was figuring that shit out myself. And struggling while trying to because I was young. It's women like this who try to, stunt other hyper feminine black women's growth, who end up pushing black women into the arms of women like Ashley Dalton. So if Ashley Dalton's a grifter and she don't care about black women, when are the other black women gonna come out and just start giving tips? Y'all don't got none. Tell the truth, you don't got no tips. Yeah, she sound like my Caribbean mama. Cut the dreads, wear a good dress, you look crazy, fix the makeup. At the end of the day, it's just her opinion. And a regular opinion at that. That's exactly what any mama, a good mama would say. Like, this is what regular people would say to regular folks every day. Y'all not used to being women. Just tell it what it is. Y'all not around the sisterhood. Y'all not around feminine women. So when you see hyper feminine women, you automatically just kind of get a little tense because you recognize the competition. Oh, I didn't know she was in the celeb space. Well, yeah, if you want to be in those spaces, then her opinion will be valuable. If you don't care for it, then do you. The fast thing, I think it's black women trying to protect their daughters from men because black girls are seen as adults by others, so it's a form of protection, but it hurts the little girls. At the end of the day, you could really protect your daughters from black men by getting these niggas the fuck away from the men that's gonna, literally, there's other ways you could protect your child from, if you can, SA or any of those type of situations. White girls, they're not there are white girls who still get, hypersexualized by their community, but they don't have a culture of trying to demean or downplay their young daughter's beauty. So if you really want to protect, we can talk about protection, but it's going to require some really good things, like one, having a father in the household. The easiest way you can protect a little girl is by having a father in the household, and hopefully he not one of them weirdos. Because a man's supposed to protect a woman for other men. Women can't protect, little girls from other men. Did y'all hear about the Super Bowl scenario with Katrina, the documentary? You had women who were left out. No men in sight. They were stuck in this natural disaster, and the kids were left vulnerable, and a lot of them were raped and killed. Sorry. Telling your daughter that hairstyle is too grown is not going to stop her from that reality. Having a man to protect her from that reality will, because then her daddy will be outside the house with a shotgun, and people would know not to mess with her. So, I feel like it's a misguided way of protection. Because you end up hurting your black woman at the end, because then when she needs to get on the even playing field with other women With women within her own community, she's at a disadvantage because she got to learn all the basics: how to do her hair, how to do makeup, how to do a regular two-piece set look. I think Black women see their daughters as competition. I see a lot of women who do. They do. It's like Black women's thing where Black women are thought to suppress their emotions because they don't want to be seen as the angry Black woman. But in the end, suppressing emotions hurts you badly or even worse. Exactly. Exactly. Might as well, get that off your chest. So that's what I'm saying. Demonizing your daughters for being cute and pretty and feminine, is not going to save them from predators. Now you're just stunting your daughters, and they susceptible to predators because predators like kids. We're not gonna start that. Don't get me started on that. But telling your daughter that she's too fast, not helping her with her makeup, restricting certain looks, like, oh, you can't get your nail polish done till this age, you can't get your look done to this age. Now, of course, within balance, I don't agree with those princess cover-ups that y'all been doing with them babies. There ain't no reason why a child under the age, to me, 17 should be wearing a wig or a weave, okay? But let's say, I would, if it was my daughter, let's say she went like a kinky sew-in or something, I wouldn't really give her no kinky sew-in until, because I really would want her hair to like flourish and grow, right? I wouldn't give her no kinky sew-in until she's at least 6 or 17. There are time and place for everything. I'm not saying the toddler should be popping out with a Dolce & Gabbana and like a extra long nail and then a princess cover up. I'm not saying that. But regular stuff, nail polish, playing in the eyeshadow, getting her little princess eyeshadows, for her to play in. That's not too fast. Stop suppressing your daughters like that. Wearing cute little long hairstyles, that's not too grown. Stop suppressing your daughters like that, because y'all are also the part of the problem.
Read a certain way to a man. Oh, she has on a face full of makeup. She has on a sexy dress at 2 p.m. and a platform clear heel. That is going to read escort. That is going to read lady of the night. No offense to my girls who do what they do. Mm-hmm. But if that's not the lane you're going down, I would want you to tighten up the look. Okay. Are we also going for walks?
Yes, I work out like 5 days a week. I just got done eating, so I might be a little bloated right now, but I work out like 5 days a week.
Okay. All right. I would say even with the last dress you have on, I tell all the girls, no matter how thin, thick, or if they're plus size, so always have a shaper, just so things are more smooth under your dress.
Okay.
All right. Can I see your nails, 4 locks? Can we see it?
I know that in order to...
Okay, y'all. So that was the short clip that she posted on Instagram. Personally, I didn't see anything wrong with that. I think that the advice that she gave her was solid. If you're looking for a certain caliber of men, you have to look the part. But the only thing I don't like about these videos is that she only talks about the physical attributes. She doesn't talk about the mental change, and she doesn't talk about like your value, what you bring as a woman.
Mom, can you come pick me up? I'm scared. I can't do this anymore. It's so stressful. Hey, sounds like you need some help. Have you ever heard of...
But more so, the focus is always on seeking male validation. These women want to feel seen, worthy, and liked by a man of a certain caliber. So Ashley gives them advice on their behavior, their style, how they dress, where they should shop, where they should eat, the people they should hang around, which they're going to constantly need reassurance and approval from a man. And anytime a man does not give them that reassurance, they're in shambles. So I feel like the focus should be more on how you feel about yourself and one's own opinion rather than what a man thinks of you based on his perception of your attractiveness.
Maturing is realizing that you can have all the physical attributes and still not attract the caliber of man you want, just because it's just so much deeper than that. Typically, I believe if you want to go deeper on Ashley's show, you would have to pay for like a one-on-one call, and I think the call is like $215 or $230. Do not quote me, y'all. So on her personal one-on-one call, she definitely could be telling women, hey, you need to also level up your mindset. It's not just your physical attributes, it's so much deeper than that. But I just think it's funny, y'all, or I just think we all need to look at it in a mature stance. You can have the nice clothes, the nice body, you can have the nice stature, you can have everything a quote unquote high value man is looking for, but you still may not be able to attract him because it's more than that. And then we have to be realistic, y'all. The United States has less than 12 that make quote unquote $1 million. That's considered a millionaire. Half of them are already married, so you might as well go ahead and cut that.
Now, this lady said she was looking for upper echelon men. She never said she was looking for a millionaire. She said she was looking for upper echelon, but here they pull out this millionaire word because that's the only talking point they have. That there's only 12 millionaires in the state of... Listen. I agree with the male validation part. As somebody who tends to be pretty decent to men, typically, this is just something naturally that I'm interested in because I like to look good. I like to, play in the makeup and the hair and the dresses and the purses. That's me. That's literally just my personality. That's just how I like to do. So again, I don't have the same motivation to watch Ashley Dalton as other women are. Oh, I need to get me this rich man tomorrow. Not really my thing. Not just for evening the playing field. The thing is, not embracing your femininity creates pick-me's, angry, jealous girls, hating womanhood. Embracing your girlhood is critical for self-esteem, especially for us. Because we live in a world that tells us femininity is bad. We need to love us in private to thrive in public, but that is seen as being grown, so I don't know.
And half of them probably are playing for the other team, so you might as well cut that in half. So your chances are about 1%. So the focus should be switched from not looking for a high value man and just looking for a good man instead of a man with a whole bunch of money. That's neither here or there, y'all. So she posted that video, and the title of that...
Okay, let's read this because y'all know I like to read. This source is coming from the Wall Street Journal. October 2023 was when it was posted. The source is the Federal Reserve, the Wall Street Journal. Still, the net worth of the U.S. families varies greatly depending on household status, education, and econ level. Let me read this, y'all. Whew. Still, the net worth of United States families varies greatly depending on housing status, education, and income level. Only about 12% of United States families have a net worth of over 1 million, and many of these families are older. Okay. What is this proving? That it's rare? We told you that. That's why we said that you have to look good, be slim, have the mentality to match, have the smarts to match, be strategic and feminine. It's a hard playing field. They're proving our point that it's really hard to get into this one. Once we get to the six figure starts at 1 million, right? So if you're saying specifically, no, six figure starts at 100,000, right? Yeah, 100,000 starts at six figures, and I think 1 million is where it ends, just about. I don't like the culture of trying to tell Black women that they shouldn't look for it because it's so hard. Because you have other races of women who find this shit very easily, and they was born in the middle of bumblefuck, and they find that, and they hold on to it, and they live their life. Not saying it's every woman, but it's enough of them to become sensations online and become talking points. So we constantly tell Black women they shouldn't look for more while everybody else is snatching their more. Is that a good look, y'all?
That video is what the girl had a problem with. The title was "Level Up Advice for Women Who Wants to Date Wealthy Men, Drop 15 Pounds, Cut Locks, Throw Out the Cheap Clothes, and the Tight-Fitting Dresses." So she came back on her show and basically tried to confront Ashley and tell Ashley that was never my focus. I never told you I had a problem with my hair. I never told you I had a problem with my weight. The girl said that she weighed 140 pounds and nothing about her is big and she's very active. Kind of got into a little discourse about that because Ashley was like, I'm not deleting my video. I'm not deleting my title. If you want me to delete it, you won't have to pay me for it. And y'all, the gag is that makes this whole situation funnier because I was doing a little digging and somebody put in the comments that Ashley Dalton, the dating coach, is not even married. And then I asked ChatGPT, let me do it here on live with y'all. What's the percentage of dating coaches that are actually married? Less than 30%. Less than 30% of dating coaches are actually married. Crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip that I seen going viral all over TikTok.
Back.
Thank you for having me back.
You're welcome. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so before I get started, the first thing that I wanted to say is thank you for having me back up here and giving us an opportunity to speak. I wanted to try to set a quick tone.
I'm sorry, I was talking, y'all. I said, "Hey, Unica," and then I read off her comment. I'm fine. I just got my flight delayed due to it only sprinkling. Well, that's okay. We're gonna keep you company. We're gonna keep you entertained on this live stream. I'm glad to have caught you. Long time no see. I hope school is going great for you. And hopefully we'll be able to talk soon, girl. That's the thing that annoys me. We all know that not every girl's going to get a millionaire, but their parents don't stop them from daydreaming. Look at their princess cartoons. And even if a millionaire is not to the point, you aim high, you're going to get more than what is not a millionaire. Like what am I trying to say? If you're aiming for a millionaire and you don't get the millionaire, but you get a guy who's making $600,000, is that still not great? It's literally the mindset. So even if you aim high and get a little bit under, that's why they always tell you with jobs to ask for the most that you're willing to accept. That's what they're not going to take that, but you're going to be able to bargain and negotiate. And even if it's down a little bit, it's a little bit less than what you were making or what you wanted to make. It's still like optimal, better than what you were going to do messing with the fry cook. Okay. So yeah, I mean, let's let her speak. But we already watched this video. But she's gonna basically
There was never a agreement between you and I, or even a conversation on live between you and I, that I should cut them. It wasn't until someone in your comments had said she needs to cut her locks, and then you had responded, that's what we tried to tell her, and that's not.
And the reason I said we tried to tell her is because the comments was saying that. Now, if I'm going to be completely transparent with you, there was a lot of things I held back on because I know how the internet is and how the internet can be, right? Then it instantly turns into quote unquote mean girl. So in my coaching sessions versus online, I'm a lot more honest in my coaching sessions than I am here on the internet because this is free, right? But I do think, if I'm being honest, and if I'm telling you face to face, I do think you need to lose weight, if I'm being honest.
Wait, if you've taken Uber since 2019, this is the money glitch that's getting women properly compensated. Uber.
Because they're blowing.
So just for the sake of the chat, right? Because today I'm not bloating, right? There's no shapewear on today. This is 5 days a week, Pilates, running, swimming, things like that. I am 140 pounds. And I do think that, like, even if you felt that way, right? The point that I'm trying to make is that wasn't mentioned in the live. So for me to see that, and for it to be framed like that's something that I wanted to do or agreed to do was not what we talked about in the live.
That's fair. That's fair. But I think what needs to happen is body recomposition. I think that's what needs to happen. Because you said you're 140, right?
I am 140.
Yeah. So I think you need to body recomp. Okay. Lose fat, gain muscle.
And I think that is subjective. I just think that alongside cutting my locks, because my hair is very sentimental to me. So I think that yesterday what I was looking for was to get advice about how to level up. So if that was something that she thought I should have done, I wish that it would have.
Maybe I live under a pineapple under the sea. But in what world is 140 pounds big? This girl is not big at all. Tell me if I'm out of the loop. Because if 140 is big, then I'm obese. I'm a sumo wrestler then, because that is crazy. And not to compare, I'm just being realistic. Like 140 to 150, she doesn't look very short. She looks like she's at least 5'5". It really just lost me right here, because then when she couldn't ridicule her weight or call her overweight for being 140, that's when she said she needs a rebody composition. She needs to reshape herself. What's wrong with her shape? A lot of them with money, they date very small and petite women with no shape. So what are you talking about?
Skinny girls into it because what? Because what? We're just thriving and not doing anything. No shape. First of all, y'all know skinny girls got shape. I'm not gonna even play with y'all like that. Y'all know. Now y'all know that these skinny girls have shape. Okay? Take Marilyn Monroe. She had shape. She was one of the pillars. Okay? One of the universal pillars. So I don't know why we got brought into this. I'm not here to. What am I trying to say? I gotta tread lightly with these words. These next few words, gotta tread lightly with these. If you want an optimal shape, the optimal shape is the hourglass, the pear. Every girl knows this. I'm not playing in your face. You can play in mine. I'm not playing in yours, right? I don't have an hourglass shape, but I will do everything in my power to be able to get that illusion. Other people do that too. She's talking about recomp. The lady, she had a little bit of a pudgy pudge. Just a tiny pudge, but she said she ate. So that made sense. I get a pudge when I eat too. A little tiny pudge, a little pudge. You can be bloated as well. The lady said that she was bloated. And that was Ashley's opinion. But what was wrong with her shape, not her weight, the shape, is that there was a little bit of texture in other places. So she had some texture, on the gut,
And another thing, I get exactly what the girl was saying. A lot of people was in the comments saying, so you paid to come on a show to get advice from Ashley, then when she give you advice and you don't like the advice or you don't like the backlash.
But more so about the narrative that's being pushed. In Ashley's defense, I will say you can't come on a public platform and not expect any backlash or opinions.
Let's be real. This is you giving solicited advice, but it's all in the works of making money. You don't care about the people. You saying, oh, I'm on here. I'm trying to put y'all up on game. I'm trying to show y'all how to find a high value man. But you're not married. That's what's crazy to me. And then on top of all of that, a lot of people have to realize I do content, and I know a lot of people do not have a mind of their own. A lot of people cannot formulate opinions without seeing a title, without seeing a top commenter. Somebody can make the title of a video, oh, woman needs to lose 15 pounds and needs to cut her hair to find a millionaire man. And then immediately when people click on that, that's already their sentiment. That's already what they're thinking, because they have a sheep mind. A lot of people, they need somebody to form a thesis for them to be able to even think and to even start a conversation. A lot of people, they don't have a mind of their own. So by her making this title, it already set the pretense of, oh, this girl is delusional. This girl is crazy. When she never said she had a problem with her weight or her hair, she was content with her hair. She even stated that she wasn't going to cut her hair. So I get where she's coming from. This is mean girl content, because I think Ashley posted even this part on her Instagram saying, if I'm a mean girl, then so be it. But it's just like, how are y'all not seeing that this is just content to ridicule and talk about people, and for her to get a buck and wrap it up in, oh, I'm putting you guys on game? And it's crazy that people are paying her as a dating coach when this woman not even married. Like, y'all make it make sense. Why are y'all taking advice from somebody that is not a product of her game or her advice? Like, y'all are the product. Y'all come on here for free and she gives y'all this advice and she get paid off y'all.
If we're gonna have the conversation now, we're gonna go there. You said you want to date affluent men, right? So when I think of affluent men, you said I'm going to certain bars and the nicest place in your city. Those men tend to be more conservative. So when you came up in the blue dress and you have your locks dangling down, and you have a ponytail, that's not going to fit the aesthetic. If I'm being 100% honest with you.
I agree.
It doesn't align.
That's not the part that I'm disagreeing about.
Right.
What I'm trying to focus in on is that your advice to me was to wrap them up in my bun, not that I should cut them, which is the thing I'm trying to focus in on.
Right. I did say that. You're right. but I think you should cut them.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if it's that I'm doubling down.
All right, let's read some of these comments. Okay. Hypergamy is dating up. That's it. That's all. He don't have to be a millionaire. Thank you. But it would be nice. Marilyn wasn't considered skinny at the time, though. She was just the standard. These are just shifting beauty standards. Skinny women do have shape. It's just more pronounced on thicker women. Exactly. I don't see nobody with no shape. Like no shape. That'd be like the crackheads. You know what I'm saying? No shape. Like none. Absolutely zero. Like even a little, a little bubble butt. Like, something. I see the athletic girls, but I wouldn't even say the athletic girls have no shape. They are slender. They have a shape. It just is not close to you. So yeah, I don't agree with that. Y'all know I don't agree with that. I don't know if she's married or not. I'm going to just tell you the L word. I don't care. Personally, I just like a place where I can be a pretty girl. I really care less about if she has a man or not. I'm not in that lady's vagina like that. I'm not going through the lady's first and last name and trying to go through the circuit court system to see if she got a marriage, a declaration or not. I'm not doing that. The L word says, she does give good advice, though, and I have not heard her say anything outlandish. Exactly. What if she said that was absolutely just so arrogant? You cannot agree. I can understand that you do not agree. You don't have to agree. However, there's nothing that she said was absolutely, like, crazy. Y'all give Kevin Samuel more credit than y'all give Ashley Dalton, and she's actually pretty nice. Certain rooms calls for certain aesthetics, and that's okay. And that's completely fine. But don't sit here, and I feel like it's a bad strategy anyway to get on the line and be like, I'm looking for a rich man with your whole face and, the whole situation. Just because I feel like that, and like, I don't think that's good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should be doing that. I just think it can backfire a lot quicker on you, if you're literally telling people what your goals are before you, secure them. However, we have to be honest that the debutantes are not going to be in the same rooms as the rap girls. They have different aesthetics. They may be both beautiful in their own right. They both get affluent men. They're different types. And that's okay. So we're going to let her finish like a little bit. We're going to be done with, we're going to go more towards the end here. Because they were on it for a little minute. Because she really was trying to get that lady to change herself.
They're dealing with men that are rich. They're dealing with men that treat them like they're disposable because they have so many women available to them. And I just want to.
Well, you should be the top one. That's how I.
Of course.
Right? Until you're married, they will always, and even after maybe. You should be the best of the best on their lineup. So even if you meet him and you're out and he says, I got 20 girls on a roster, but you're number one. I don't need to look left or right. I want to take you shopping. I want to take you to France. I want to give you the lifestyle.
I understand that. I think so. That's a question I have to ask myself. Do I want to be on a roster? Because I know that's fair. That's what comes with it. Is other women, sometimes they're married. Like, well, absolutely, I don't do married. But, I know that comes with it. But I think that, because I'm a streamer full time. I get men that come in my chat, spin big all the time. I've had men do things for me from TikTok all the time. But what I was trying to do is just be able to go out and have the men that I'm meeting online be the same situation in person. But I just seem to keep meeting the rich men that have 100 girls already, that have, wives. And I'm just not trying to compete.
Yeah, and again, from what you showed me, the outfit you showed me, we gotta elevate it. We gotta elevate the look, because that's why you're attracting a certain type of man. From the blue dress, we didn't have the shaper on. We have our hairstyle a certain way. We have to tighten up the look. We gotta take it to a whole different other level. Just like there was a girl on here, I posted her the day before yesterday, and she was writing notes, and I told her to change her wig. I told her, they were saying in the chat, they said, Ashley, she doesn't have to lose weight. I said, if she looks good now, she can look even better. So although you look good, I'm not saying you can't get attention because every woman, you could be thick, skinny, or plus size, 600 pounds and get a man. It really doesn't matter. But again, for what you want, I think you can level up the look again. You can work on your body again. You can recomp again.
Yeah, I agree, and that's what I'm not trying to take from you. I agree that the dresses can be better. I just the thing about the weight. So since you did feel like you took accountability, is the title something you're willing to change or no? For Instagram,
I mean, it's up, my love. It's already up.
although
It's already up.
because I'm getting a lot of messages like on TikTok and Instagram DMs about the weight. So it's just drawn a lot of negative attention to me, especially considering it's not something we discussed. So that's why I was asking you, because if you would consider at least changing it to the same name as the YouTube title, maybe.
If you want me to take it down, like I always say, because you guys can do a one-on-one call with me, I always offer that. I ask if you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms. You can definitely pay, and I'll have my assistant just send you an email with how much that would be to remove the post.
Would you? So you said you would have your assistant have me. Excuse me. What did you just say? That they would email me about paying you to remove it?
Yeah, you would send me a payment to remove it.
So again, the issue isn't with the video. The issue is with the title. So if you would be willing to just modify the title to reflect, I think the YouTube title or the accuracy of what we spoke about, I'm fine with that, because the 15 pounds thing, I just think is out of line.
I already told you what can be done.
Okay, well, I mean, it's nothing I can do about it, but it was work.
No, there is something you can do. I just told you. It's not like there's nothing you can do. There is something you can do.
There is something, but I don't think that I should have to pay you to take down a video with a lie in the title. So there really is nothing I can do, because I don't think that that should be on me. But it is what it is. I appreciate you taking account.
Well, it's an opinion, right? It's an opinion. It's not a fact, right? It's an opinion.
It is an opinion, but the way it was phrased is, girl is looking for a wealthy man to lose 15 pounds, which I never agreed I was looking to lose 15 pounds, to cut locks, which I never agreed I was. So it is your opinion, but the way you phrased it was that it was something that we agreed to in the live, which it wasn't something that we agreed to in the live.
Okay.
So I just was hoping that out of courtesy, you could at least modify. I'm okay with the content staying up, but that was really hurtful to me. But if not, I'm not going to beg you to do it.
Fair enough.
That was crazy. Can I tell y'all that was crazy? Yeah, Ashley, you scaring me, girl. That was insane, because the lady was so sweet, was so, like, she was even taken back. Like, wait, did this lady just say the same thing? She basically said, I can send you my cash app. That's not cool, y'all. I'm not, okay. I don't think that was cool. This is one of the situations that I feel like was not Ashley's lightest hour. As far as the lady, like when she came on and stuff, she did originally. She came on and said, hey, I'm not being taken seriously. They treating me like I'm some call girl or something. I need you to, give me an idea. She said, hey, maybe the locks is a little extra. The locks is very extra. The 4 didn't, it would have even been cute if she had a whole head full of locks, but like just the 4 locks, that was a little, that was a, so she was like, hey, just take off the locks, do this. I don't know, like this one, I feel, I'm glad that this lady was super sweet though, because it got to show Ashley's real character here. Do I think that this lady is a girl's girl? No, but I don't think that she's expected to be. A girl's girl is a very rare type of woman, okay? It takes actually liking and being invested in other women to be a girl's girl. This lady is clearly trying to make and run up her bag as she sees fit. I think the ethics still need to apply though. Just because we're on YouTube and it's an opinion, it doesn't affect anyone in real life. I mean, the ethics still need to apply, and I don't think that was ethical. Because again, you admitted that you didn't tell the lady that that's what you wanted to happen. You may have been nice about it, but again, I feel like the 15 pounds thing was kind of crazy, because that was your opinion. As you said, that was your opinion. You felt like she needed to lose 15 pounds, which is an unnecessary comment on somebody's body, which I don't agree with. Of course, I'm telling y'all, I don't agree with body shaming on neither side. So unless y'all spoke in the live and was like, okay, The lady knew that she was a little bloated, though. The lady knew that she was bloated. And then what Ashley said was, put on a shaper. That way it's smooth underneath. That, though, was like a little bit of double talk. So she kind of told her what she wanted to say, but she really didn't get into it like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you put on a shaper. And she said, I tell it to all the girls. So she was kind of nice about it, but she was basically being she was beating around the bush. Ashley was beating around the bush there. She's like, wear your shaper so it's smooth. What does it mean if something underneath is not smooth? That means there's texture there. You know, there's fat, there's there's blubber. You know what I'm saying? And that's not something that we typically want as women to be on our, on our stomach area. You know? Chanel Miller says, very cold. It was very, yeah, that was off. I don't know what was, that was very, something about that just like completely like, that was just like, I don't know. That was completely out of character from what we've seen Ashley previously portray. So yeah, that was very strange. I didn't agree with how she handled the situation at all. Yeah, I don't agree with that. No, me neither. I think that was that off-putted me when I saw it. I was like, girl, what? You gonna charge her to to take down the post? Like, this is insane to me. It was just very crazy. She's definitely looking for, and we may not know what Ashley's going through. You know what I'm saying? She may need that ad tip money right now. She can wrap the locks with her hairstyle. Lots of cute looks, but I don't think the men in that bracket will like it. But I don't know because I'm not in those spaces, nor were I born in those spaces. I wasn't born in those spaces neither, but common sense is common sense, and the hairstyle looks off to me. Like, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, like, like, I would prefer all lock or all, loose hair. I understand the spiritual context in having locks. I completely understand. And sometimes people hold a few locks because that could be her granddaddy's locks, y'all. So I'm not even telling her that she should have to cut it. That could be her granddad locks that she put into her hair. So I would not say that she absolutely needs to cut it. I'm just saying, if it was my hairstyle, I would not be walking around like that. But I don't have any spiritual connection to the locks. So, just another hairstyle for me. So yeah, that was basically it. And again, here's the thing. Everybody isn't all prim and proper and all of that extra. The good thing about being yourself, and this is one thing I will always say, the good thing about, and this is why I don't agree with the complete, I never tell y'all to assimilate on my channel, okay? So don't take for what I agree with Ashley says and said, this is completely my shit. I don't agree with assimilation. If that is her and that's really her style, she may find a Rastafarian who a good man, Savannah, who do him, and he like that look. Being in tune with yourself and what you want is the best type of thing you can do in this scenario. Everyone's sitting here acting like, oh, can't nobody tell you how to get no man. That's a lie. You got to be in tune with yourself, your goals, and your wants. And once you're in tune with all of that, you would be very easy to recognize who also matches your fly. So if she knows that at the end of the day, she's not changing them locks, I don't think that she should. Me, I wouldn't have 4 locks in my head. But that's me. I think being an individual is important because being an individual, will actually help you find who is for you, though. Like, who really is for you, though. Not just who's for, the general collective, or looking for another pretty face, or looking for another, prim and proper silk press girly. That may be cool, but that may not be what everyone is looking for. They can look for affluent that's just a little bit more, easy going. So it just depends. It definitely depends. It definitely changes, depending on the person. You cannot generalize, because there's men who think locks are beautiful because their mom had locks. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And they may grow up to be very affluent men one day and still have an attraction for that. I won't say that they may not feel some type of way about you coming in with your hair undone, halfway done to the art gala. I'm not saying that. But, I definitely don't think that you need to listen to every little thing the next person says about your aesthetic. Because you know what's good for you. You know what looks good on you. Yeah, but you never know. She can meet one of those spiritual dudes who got money and can't. I don't know, though. Them spiritual dudes always seem to come out crazy. I don't know about them though. I really wouldn't. Me personally, that's not my type of dude. Something about them. I don't like them. Them spiritual woo 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 niggas. I don't even like me a Christian like that. Like a Christian dude, like heavy full on. No, sir. I want me a regular. I do not want. Let me stop playing. This is a joke, y'all. Them prayer warrior dude. I'm not here for that. Nick born in the church. I need a regular dude. You know, like regular. It'll be just normal. Something to match my fly. I know what I'm not willing to do. I'm not willing to do no pastor. I already made that very, very clear to myself. I would never talk to no pastor. I don't want to be with no pastor. I don't want to be no first wife. I'm not here for none of that. You may want you a pastor. You may want you someone who's spiritually adept. So it just depends on what you need. But you would know what you need if you knew yourself. And it wouldn't be that much of a conversation if you going to the next person and asking, can you lead me to water? Can you lead me to the river? Can you lead me to the man that I need? All I'm doing is watching to see if I need to change any hairstyles, change any outfits, if I need to throw any shoes away. That's all I watch Ashley Dalton for. What hairstyle I gotta change? What's a cute looking outfit? Oh, that's a cute little dress. Oh, yes, girl, get your man. Like, I just be on there for the support of it all. I don't really take it too serious. Being yourself, Chanel really says, being yourself will always win in the end. Take opinions, think about them, and decide if you should keep it or not. Chew the meat and spit out the bones. Easy. So if you could agree with Ashley about, okay, I do need to get better dresses. Maybe I'll change my hair maybe a little bit, but I'm not cutting. That was good enough. You know, that was good enough. One of those women cut their locks and she was mad at Ashley for taking Ashley's advice. Baby, can't be mad at her when you asked for her opinion and decided to take it. Why you mad at sister? I don't know, y'all. I was trying to, I spent this whole live stream trying to find this video and I actually found it. So that's the last little bit. She says, y'all's biggest downfall as men is that after y'all make it in life, y'all never eat with the women you starve with. There was a pinned comment. Literally, I think she unpinned it, or maybe the guy deleted it. Literally, dude was popping stuff. He was like, I would never, hold it down for a woman who, held it down for me. That shows that you have low self-esteem. Like, he was popping crap. Why would I take someone who treated me lame when I was broke, when I have money, when I'm getting treated great everywhere else? Makes perfect sense why any man does that. And this man's talking. Lord almighty, I'm trying to find. Literally, it's like, this is why I need to start screenshotting stuff. Chanel Miller says, good God. It always seems like we have a lot in common. Those pastor boys always give me off vibes. Just love Jesus, Not everything is demonic, brother. Yeah. He woo-woo ones always turn out to be abusers later, girl, or liars, are just completely just super slick at the tongue. Okay, I want to do that. Pray regular, okay? Lord, thank you. We come to you, as humbly as possible. I'm like, and when I reach out to the bottom of that, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with y'all. I'm not playing in your face. Lord, I pray, I call upon you, and then I'm not doing all that extra. And boy, if you don't pray regular and get on my face, y'all know what the scriptures say about people who do extra stuff when they praying in front of the next people. They be, doing all that prayer and stuff to look good. Yeah, I don't be messing with them niggas like that. I'm trying to find the comment, y'all. It literally was a guy. He was eating the girls up. He was literally eating it up. Like, he was literally telling the girls, like, no, I would never. Like, he was saying, it was literally, he's like, as a man, I would never stay with a girl who held me down. I'm trying to find it because y'all be thinking I just be cap. D. He said, look at y'all, man. I know front lines when you down and out, when you dirt poor. Many people leave you. You be dark and bummy, about to stick someone up and throw hands for $1 change. Missing, bro. Nobody wants to sit with you, but as soon as you get that fat whip, LOL, as soon as life looks up again or lit again, half the females rock with you. We get gone when you get broke. Lord, look at them crying about being broke. I can't relate to that. Yes, see me when you get your money, nigga. See me when you up and about. Don't sit here and try to get. I'm not playing with you. I said it with my full chest. See me when you get some money. Not before, not after. Okay? See me. When your funds have been secured. It was a dude. Like, it was literally a dude who was eating the girls up. And I found the video, but now the comment is gone. Maybe it wasn't for me to give it to y'all. It probably wasn't for me to give y'all, you know, that little bit of game. That maybe that game was just for me to see. So I'm ready to get up out of here in a second because I've been on here for a little minute now. I know I got on here at 6. So I know I've been on here for a little minute now. Any closing remarks, you guys? What do y'all have to say? Well, there's other dudes in here saying that they like women that hold it down for them. So, hey. Oh, it is pinned. Okay, it is pinned. Okay. It's pinned. It's just not pinned on my laptop. Okay. I'm going to read it off. I'm sorry I can't find it, but I'm looking at it on my phone. I'm trying to find Mr. Dude. Hold on. Let me just screenshot this and then send it to my email and then show it to y'all. I know I'm doing a whole lot, but I really need y'all to get this. Like, I need y'all to have it. I do not want y'all to leave before y'all see what these niggas be talking about and saying to y'all under their breath. I need y'all to understand how these niggas act. So that way y'all don't be coming to me thinking I'm crazy. Because everything that I say and everywhere how I feel is completely supported by the fact that men feel the same way. You think niggas want you prior to the glow up journey or after? Okay? Just asking a question. Does he want you before you lost all that weight, or does he want you after you got your groove back? And if you can answer that question honestly, there's some maturity there. And that's another thing too. What's wrong with being the best person you could be for your person, your spouse, or your future person or spouse? Absolutely wanting to be the best person that you can be. Why do y'all constantly, try to force folk? Constantly trying to force folk to accept the bare minimum. Okay, there it is. Can y'all see? Can y'all see? There it goes. Y'all's biggest downfall as men is that after y'all make it in life, y'all never want to eat with the woman you starved with. What did Mr. Dream 7373 say? Just gonna try to show y'all. This is the real man. And he looked to be black. And he looked to be fit. Look at him. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get my life together. I've been on live for a minute. Look at him. Look to be nice, dark chocolate, and muscular. So this ain't nobody who's sitting in his mama basement. So he said, right? Most men will reward the woman they starved with a wedding ring. Not me though. If I starve with you, your requirements are way too low, and I can't deal with a woman with low standards. That was the live. I'm done. And that was coming from a dude. So now what? You could be mad at me, but your homeboys be saying it too. Your niggas, your boyfriends, your uncles, your granddaddy's daddy's uncle, your granddaddy's cousin's baby sister's barber shop's owner's baby's cousin said this shit about you. And that's y'all's problem. Y'all don't listen. oh, it's all about my heart and the inside. And he cares about the insides and how much of a woman of substance I am. That nigga just said he didn't care about none of that shit y'all talking about. So give us another one. give us another talking point. Hey, you got one? I'm here. Let me listen to it. Girl, I got nothing to say. Everyone talking about Tyler Sales. Nothing else is popping. I'm waiting for Love Island reunion reviews. My side on the net been boring lately. Yeah, girl, I've been bored. I've also been bored. I was like, you know what's so sad? I defeated all the ops, and now there really isn't no, opposition. Like, they kind of all defeated. Like, it's kind of sad. Like, YouTube's been very boring. I'm like, girl, I was kind of, this morning I was laying up in bed, like, where all the ops at? They've been really quiet. And I was kind of sad. I was like, no. It's what happens when you're Queen Opera in this bitch. You just start slaughtering off niggas. And now it's quiet. So hopefully we can start some drama back up. Hopefully we can get it, fun again in these YouTube streets. Cause I was like, girl, I'm bored. Like, I was bored as hell. Like, I'm like, girl, where are all the girls at? Like, where are they at though? Because I think this YouTube space is lit. Like, the niche is lit. I mean, it seems though as men like working and then winning their price. So I'm not surprised they don't want to be with Miss Build a Man. They swear though. They swear it's all about the substance and it's not about desirability. It's about your insides. It's about what you think. It's about if he thinks you're a great person. It's about him being able to see that you're just such an amazing. We call those the Fault in Our Stars women. They think this life is a fucking fairy tale or some shit like that. I don't know what's up with them. They really think like, hey, I think if you meet a really good, decent dude, bro, like he really decent, like he really is a good dude, he will feel that way. But good people is hard to come by on every side of the board, man or women. So it's like, if we gonna be realistic, we gotta listen to the niggas. And they said they don't want that shit. They're using you, the come up woman, miss, come up, miss, help me get my house. They're gonna use you until they're able to get their, level up journey. And then they're gonna go be with the baddie after they just told you not to put on no makeup, you to put on no hair, you not to make sure that you're straight. He gonna tell you that he wants you to be a plain Jane, and then he gonna go run away and not be with a plain Jane no more. He gonna leave and be with the baddie that he actually wants. And you gonna be screaming at the baddies saying, it's all about your insides, we don't care, while she's casually draining your nigga for all his assets. Okay. Some literally leave they sick wives, and they do. I think I'm done, y'all. That was a lot. There was one more thing. Dang, we've been on here for 3 hours. I'm sorry, y'all. One more thing, and then I really will be out of here. Because it's going to go all around home. I like to make sure that my live streams are very circular. So, the last upload that Ashley Dalton really had dropped was talking about plain Jane women or what have you, like how women are plain looking and how certain men will try to convince you to be plain in order to lessen the competition for you. So I want these women to kind of talk about what they've experienced so y'all know to always be the baddest bitch y'all can be, always be the cutest hoe you can be, always eat them niggas up, always eat these niggas up. Be the best girl that you can be. I think this is the wrong thing. Okay, let's go to upgrade your life. Because I forget, Ashley be having 2 channels. All right, we're playing now. And this is the last video of the night. The video is titled, Her Man Says Her Basic Looks Makes Her a Keeper. Low Maintenance Women versus Glam Women.
have a la carte, and they bring out a glass where the bubbles are jumping at the top of the glass. She's going to be open like a book, and we're only at a Thai restaurant. She doesn't even realize this is not Michelin star. So this is why I want y'all to upgrade the look.
I don't wear makeup. I prefer just I feel my natural look.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with the natural look, and I'm happy you're comfortable in your skin, right? But I'm not saying you need an excessive amount of makeup. I'm not saying you need birthday makeup, but a little brow, some mascara, a light tinted moisturizer, some lipstick, that goes a long way. And that helps us take us out of that category of just being the friendly homegirl look. Because that's what men, when they see you, and this goes for all the ladies watching, you don't wear makeup, you're not high maintenance. We have a fun kind of style, but we're low maintenance. It's going to come off as homegirl. That can also come off as, okay, she's down to earth, she's chill, she's low maintenance. Even if you're not, it can be perceived that way.
So my husband, he does say, like, as far as my natural hair, he says that's what he likes. But I also feel like when I go get my hair done and it's long and it's flowing and everything else, I think that's when I get more attention from him. So just kind of wanting a little.
I wanted us to have the conversation about the basic versus natural. Were you in a relationship? Are you in a marriage with someone who prefers you not to wear makeup or who prefers you to get dolled up? I wanted us to have that conversation, and I wanted you to come up and give your 2 cents.
That's my 2 piece. If anybody else wants to get up here and talk, they here, and he wants that. But if she's allowing herself to just be that, oh, I'm gonna smoke her out and take her to. When you said you was gonna take her to a place where the champagne is bubbling and that's it, I'm not gonna lie, I fall into that too. Like telling a man, you get caught up in telling a man, oh, like joking around, oh, I'll give you a baby off of little bitty things just because he's doing.
Nah, I don't play around with that baby shit. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. No, ma'am. I don't get caught up telling a nigga he go get no baby for no dumb shit. That shit's retarded. And if any of my girls are doing some stuff like that, please stop telling these niggas you gonna give them that baby. That's just retarded. Okay. Continue on with the rest of the story.
Better, and we have to realize where our word is also kind of thriving and teaching them that that's okay. Like these men will, when they say if you give a man an inch, he'll take a mile. I believe that. But yeah, that's my 2 piece. If anybody else wants to get up here and talk, they are disagreeing. Ladies, y'all gotta believe that.
It's okay. Yes, we don't always have to do that. It's fine.
No,
Thank you for coming up, beautiful.
No problem. You have a blessed one.
Yeah, yes, it's fine. Again, everyone doesn't have to come up here and agree. That's fine. You can have a different take. I think that's fine.
Hey, Miss Dalton. Okay.
Hi, welcome in, Curly.
Hey.
Hold on one second.
I do consent.
Okay.
I do consent.
Okay.
So, I did see the video and I thought it was crazy. But, however, I went through the same thing with the guy I was in a relationship for 8 years. He told me that he didn't like makeup. And honestly, only thing I ever think I ever wore was mascara, eyeliner, and lip gloss and lip liner. I never really dug deep into the makeup thing because I didn't feel like I needed it. Because I always wanted to make sure that my skin was clear first. If anything, just like you just said to the other young lady saying that makeup's not gonna look good unless your skin looks good. So I always try to maintain that first. And I always hated blemishes on my face. So I try to make sure that my skin was good. And still it just wasn't enough for this person. And actually just broke up with him like 2 months ago. And he already moved on, which is the craziest thing, but it's not crazy because I've already expected it.
So he moved on after 2 months of breaking up and being together. After 8 years of being together, he moved on.
Yeah, actually he moved on the week I moved out the house. The same day I moved out the house, he moved on.
That's what I said. These men don't waste no time.
No, none whatsoever. And the crazy thing is, like, the girl that he was talking to during our whole relationship, he went double back to her and started talking to her, and she wears makeup. And I was like, it's so crazy. Like, you always tell me you don't like when women wear makeup and stuff like that. And He was like, "Yeah, you're right. I don't like it when we wear makeup." And then all of a sudden, it just changed. He's like, "Well, I actually do like when they wear eyelashes and stuff like that." And I'm like, "What? I don't understand." So I was very much confused on that. Um, it's
Okay, I can explain it to you. I don't even need Ashley Dalton to explain it to me. I can explain this to you really well. You got hit with the okey doke, sweetheart. You got hit with the okey doke. The last lady that he was with that wore the makeup, the baddie that he really wanted, probably hurt his heart. Probably made him feel inadequate and probably left him alone to go be with a better dude, right? So anything that reminded him of that woman, he would vehemently try to keep you away from in order to protect his heart, okay? But his heart was never with you. His heart was always with that woman because he was consistently trying to make sure that you never lived up to her, his dream girl. So don't get hit with the okey doke like this, ladies. Okay? You're gonna have a lot of the old wives fall for this shit. Well, he liked me the way I am. It's my substance that been keeping this man here. Not the checkbook, ma'am. Are you sure it's not the checkbook? Okay. Be the best woman that you could be for yourself. Like, of course, for yourself first. We understand that it doesn't need to be said. It doesn't need to be spelled out. Being the best woman for you will always keep you in a way where you can move. And just imagine being with a person for 6 years, right? Thinking that it's going to be your person. Falling off because you happy, you getting happy weight. He playing your face with a batter bitch. And then he out of here. So not only is your heart broken, now you gotta sit here, glow up, bounce back, get your groove back, spend 6 months in the gym doing a whole lot to get to just ground zero, not even get to level up. You're trying to get to ground zero because you allow the outside world to take away your standards that you naturally have for yourself. Women, you need to get into femininity. You need to be playing in your face, playing with your makeup, playing with your hair constantly, no matter if you have a man or not. Okay? You keeping Mr. Earl for 20 years with the dry bob and the wig in the closet that you take off the shelf. We not looking up to that story no more. I'm sorry. I'm tired of people with the same old story. We're not looking up to that story no more. You know who I look up to? I look up to the wife who knew what she wanted, got it, got her ring, stayed up, stayed on her Pilates, stayed on her stuff, even with the kids, even with the family, even with everything that, was going on in life, and it did get hard. She never gave up on herself. That's the type of woman I want to be. Never giving up on myself for the sake of the family. Okay? Okay. Be that bitch. Because, as that man said, holding the nigga down, building him up, starving with a dude. Starving with homeboy is only sending a message to him that you do not require more for yourself. So why would he elevate to more? Because when he does, all he's just going to do is find someone who's already on that wavelength with him. Don't fall for the okie doke, sweethearts. Please don't fall for the okie doke. Do not fall off. Do not get sloppy. Do not let yourself go. Don't ever, 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 ever do it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how happy you is. You could always be happier. You could always be prettier. You can always be cuter. You can always enhance your privileges. I always say I'll be good people. Be holy people. Read the word and spread the word. That has been my strategic feminine opinion here. This is the real reason why y'all can't stand Ashley Dalton. Love her or hate her. She's unapologetic. And we need more pretty on purpose black women schooling these girls, okay? Because you have a lot of them falling for simple shit. Y'all falling for dumb stuff. Okay? Always stay up. Always keep it cute. Okay? Don't ever fall off, okay? Because the moment that you fall off, understand there is somebody willing to eat off your plate. Okay? And you gonna give it to them if you don't keep yourself up. Okay. Bye. I always tell y'all, be good people. Oh, and good night, Chanel Miller. Have a great one.